This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
From a good dream I awake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes is so ratchet. These niggas is so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? Shout out to everybody in the neighborhood. What's the damn deal? Y'all already know what we're going to do. Let me cue the music. Don't hit the music. Don't hit the music. Let me cue the music. We'll rewind it. We'll reset that. We'll reset it. How y'all feel out there? Shout out to everybody in the neighborhood for pulling up. How this nigga late to his own show? How you do that? How is he late to his own show? It happens. And it happens to the best of them. Shout out to everybody who's pulling up. My name is Marq Nash, host of Breakin and Beats. You already know what we're going to do. We're going to break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like squeezing into those letters. This is the hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We're going to let the jokes fly because life is serious enough. While I'm waiting for my soundboard over here to restart so we can have some background music over here, I want y'all to drop your area code. Let me know what part of the earth you are roaming the turf. What part of the earth are you from? Yeah, sorry about that. Got to log in. Let me see who's here early before we get started. It is viewer's choice today, man. So the link is out there if anybody want to join the panel. Also, I got a couple Karen videos we're going to talk about. And yeah, it's real random tonight. Viewer's choice. So much going on in the YTBC. It's still hard to be me, Marq Nash, the OG. But it's not, though. Y'all already know what we're going to do. We're going to break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like squeezing into those levels. Make sure my drop sound good. So we're not killing y'all. Not killing y'all with the drops because they told me the drops was too loud the other day. So we're gonna try to work on that for you. Make sure we don't blow your eardrums out with the drops. But shout out to that guy Eclipse. What up? Pull up. It's out there. Shout out to Andrew Charles in charge. What up, though? Shout out to Vlad Smith. Vlad Smith said, nice, bro. I was wondering if that was you. Yeah, that's me, man. That's me in those videos that you see in the intro rolling. It's clips of the actual I Hate My Job video in that clip. It's just, the intro is pretty much just a montage of videos I directed, whether for me or for other people. Videos I shot, I filmed, commercials and stuff like that. Just made a little 5-minute montage of some of my video work. So I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you like it. That song is streaming on all platforms in your phone right now. That guy Eclipse, what up, my G?
What's happening, good buddy? How you doing, my brother?
I'm blessed. You got that good mic tonight.
Yeah, man. You know, I just got my joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm in position. I put it like that. I'm in position.
Yeah, you cleared out all that Newport smoke out that microphone. That shit sound crisp tonight.
Well, I'm about to replace that with some of that goddamn sour diesel.
Oh, you fuck with that diesel? That sour diesel?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't discriminate except for, you know what I'm saying, that boo-boo. We don't do the boo-boo. We don't do the Bobby Brown.
Bro, somebody sold me some fake runts, man.
Oh, man.
They are not real runts. I can tell. Some fake ass.
It hurt your feelings. It almost made you want to go back to the old you over a little pack.
Not really, because I know the guy. I was just more disappointed than anything. I'm like, wow, you?
Wow, he sounds.
You don't know what it is. If you don't know what it is, just be like, hey man, it's smoking, it's some gas, or yeah. But don't be up here telling me, oh man, he's some Obama run.
He threw that shit in neon lights and had you all gassed up.
Hey, look, he knew what to do. He said Obama to a black person. I was like, I'll buy it. So,
yes, we can.
Instantly, it was yes, we can. I was like, Obama made these? Like, nah, but you gonna feel like him after you take a couple hits. I'm gonna feel presidential.
Oh,
I'm all for it.
I'm gonna speak well and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be good.
Speak so well. How the audio sound out there, Rob G? Let me know how my audio sounded. Is the music too loud? Actually, I need to turn that down. I know when I do that, the drop's gonna be too loud. So let me do this. Rob G, let me know if the music's too loud. Because one little music in the background. But other than that, though, man, how was your day going, man? How you been?
Oh man, I've been chilling, man. I had about a pretty stress-free day. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, I'm blessed, and I'm above ground, and so you know, I'm gonna take all those as wins and just run with it, man. How you feeling today? I see you out here looking like ketchup.
You know what I'm saying? Not long with. Hey, look, I'm on my stop sign swag tonight. Put that stop
sign. They better. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You want to be seen out here with the blue background so you stand out. Like, bitch, it's me.
I'm letting people know I don't rep no side. I love everybody. I got the red on with the blue lights behind me, man. So it's all love.
It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, man. A lot of going on in the YouTube streets, man. But there's so much going on, man. Did you hear about the pay-per-view numbers came back from the fight?
I heard they came in, but you know what I'm saying, it was just people talking. I didn't look at nothing official what they had for me.
Yeah, I ain't seen nothing official neither. Some people saying about 600,000, but that's a lot lower than I expected. I expected more than 600,000.
Yeah, I definitely hope that they put the numbers up, because they definitely put on a show and everything. I don't know, man. You say it's kind of like an open mic thing, like, you know.
Yeah, viewer's choice. Go ahead.
Man, you know what? I finally
got viewer's choice in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I used to do these once a week.
Right. And normally would be on Wednesday too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I finally got a chance to do, because I've been real busy ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? I got my whole multiverse I got to manage. But I finally got a chance to sit down and watch The Closer by Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, what you think of it?
But, man, I thought first that was a masterclass from a master. Dave Chappelle, that was his best comedy stand-up ever. And with that stand-up,
whoa.
Yes, it was.
Best one ever, bro.
Ever. Because here's the thing. You ain't gonna put no case on me. I hear that drop in the background. You ain't about to put no case on me. You ain't a cop, Jay Reed. You ain't a cop, Jay Reed.
I'm putting a case on all y'all.
You trying to have me playing basketball in Pelican Bay?
Yeah, I put a case on all you do. Sorry about that. Let me turn this up real quick. Trying to get this out. There you go. So best one ever.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay, there we go.
Yes, by far, hands down, no question.
All right, well, look, I'll make that my first poll right here. We're going to make the show interactive. The link is out there. It's viewer's choice. Whether you want to talk about race, religion, manosphere things, hip-hop, boxing, whatever. Viewer's choice tonight. So nothing is off limits. Shout out to everybody who's pulling up. Please drop your area code. Let me know what part of the earth you are roaming the turf. But yeah, my guy Eclipse said this recent Dave Chappelle special is the best one ever. I disagree. But go ahead.
I mean, that's your opinion, and you can hold that and have that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, Dave Chappelle, what I love is how See, in Western culture, you know what I'm saying, the Greeks were the ones who invented like satire and cynicism. So in Western culture, it's all about a convoluted language and double talk. That's how they tricked a lot of the indigenous peoples with their treaties. And I love how his comedy is it's a great societal commentary that the humor is used as like he puts the medicine in the candy. You feel what I'm saying? To where we're laughing, but at the same time, we're forced to deal with and face a lot of things that many people, you know, believe it or not, are really not comfortable looking at. You know, we might talk about it in generalizations, but we don't really internalize it and think about those situations. And I felt like The Closer was a great was a great, you know, overview of his whole career and what his style of comedy is and what he's doing, as well as the points he was really driving home. And it was so funny, as well as it was so emotionally and intellectually riveting. Like it really took you on that journey. You didn't, he picked you up wherever he found you at, but he brought you with him on this journey, you know. And I think that, right, honestly, with that one, with The Closer, Dave Chappelle put himself up there permanently with the Richard Pryors and the George Carlins of stand-up comedy, especially intellectual comedy. You know, and he probably, in my mind, maybe have succeeded them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I think this was the time where we realized that there's a new master. You know what I'm saying? For real, he was glowing. That was damn near Chris Rock Bring the Pain energy.
Now that's a hot boy. I like the fact that he's leaning and stepping into it more. When people are calling him the best comic of his.
Exactly. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. He leaned into it.
Hold on, you know, 1 2 1 2. Hold on, my mic been low as hell. It's been all the way down. Check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you've been low as hell, and every now and then
is this up now?
A little staticky, but
you good?
That's when you're adjusting levels.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you good? While you up on it?
Yeah, because the mic was all the way down. Yeah. Hold up.
Pause.
That man got children. Don't do that to that man. I got you, Mark. Don't do that to that man.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Peace to you, King. How you feeling though, man?
What's going on, man? Now I don't know about that. That Sticks and Stones to me was breaking in a little bit more harder. I listened to it last night, but that one about everybody getting in the car talking about each other, I don't know. That was more gold than this one to me.
Well, you got to understand, like, the reason why he ain't trying to sit on his punches is because, like, using a boxing metaphor, you know what I'm saying? He's boxing them. He stuck that jab. He kept his distance. He didn't want it because he knew there was going to be the pushback. He knew that there was, you know, especially how cancel culture is, you know, on steroids these days. He knew. So, you know, like Mayweather, he didn't try to sit in the pocket and just try to trade blows and try to knock you out and give you the puncher's chance of hitting him with something, saying, yeah, see that one bar right there, that was that bridge too far, Dave. So he sat there, he jabbed, he established distance, and once he established his range, he showed a ring generalship. You know what I'm saying? He literally walked the audience. He walked the audience from one side of the ring to the next, just like Mayweather. You know, bap, 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 counter punch, circle to the left, come on, chase me in this corner. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
For sure. Shout out the girl behind the mic. Shout out to Queen P, God of War. Shout out to APTV. You see how I did that right there? APTV. You know I ain't gonna mess that name up on purpose. Yeah, man.
Absalom Pionki.
That's how you say it?
Yep. Absalom Pionki.
Cool.
Absalom Pionki TV.
Shout out.
That's my dude.
I appreciate
you ain't used to the biblical names, huh, Mark?
You know I ain't. Other than Matthew and Mark.
Yeah, Absalom. That was David's son.
Okay, see, I ain't know that.
Yeah, that was the messed up son. That was the one who fucked on David's wife.
You bullshit.
Yeah, he tried to take his father's throne. David had to kill him.
Hey, look, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It is what it is.
I mean, shit, he fucked on his wife in front of everybody.
Damn, a public slaying?
No, like when his son tried to humiliate his dad and take the throne, Absalom fucked on one of David's wives in front of everybody. I ain't even a Christian, but I know the Bible like the back of my hand now.
Hey, look, we doing the show tonight. It's viewers' choice, random topics. Anything you guys feel like talking about, pull up. We can chop it up. Some of the people reached out to me. I got a couple emails said, "Hey, you've been talking about nothing but boxing for 2 weeks. What about us?" And I was like, "Hey, it's okay. We back. So we'll mix it up and get you guys' take on some other topics, whatever you want to talk about." I sent back a message and said, "Well, what you want to talk about?" He was like, "I don't know, just not boxing. I don't know nothing about boxing. So can you switch it up one day for us?" I was like, all right. Because the big fight is over. No matter, and we can keep talking about the aftermath of Wilder and Fury all we want to. It's not going to change what happened. It is what it is. So it is what it is. So if I see it in the chat, you guys want to talk about it, or if you guys want to join the panel, the link is out there. If you want to call in and get our take on any topic, or if you guys have anything you want to talk about, open channel, open panel, open dialogue. It's all love. Mike, that guy Clip said this was up there as his best special. I gotta go with She. I think that might be the one that's up there. Also, the one where on that, I don't know if that's the same special or the one before when he was like, he rapes and he saves. He was talking about the superhero, and he was talking about Cosby at the end.
I think that was Equanimity.
Okay, yeah, and that's up there too. But this one, as good as it was, I don't hold it that high. Maybe because I don't know. It's just not up there as high. I like it though, love it. I definitely found myself watching it by myself about 3-4 in the morning, laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
But don't know if it's as funny as that when he breaks down the car ride.
Yeah, Sticks and Stones. Yeah.
That's what that one is called. But I like the fact he leaning into it and he was like, he's accepting the fact that people are calling him the GOAT. And he leaning right into it. Even though he makes the jokes a lot of times with Kevin Hart about, damn, how much his tickets cost? He was like, shit, mine was on 300. Like, damn, mine's only 150. You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful. It was super beautiful to see him still be out here doing his thing and getting his flowers. What do you guys feel about people trying to cancel Dave Chappelle? What's up, Queen P? Everybody say hey to Queen P in the chat for me.
Hey.
Look at him. He's ready to shoot his shot already. Go ahead.
You know, it's been a minute since we've seen you, and I've been missing you. You've been on my mind. How you doing?
That's what's up. Yeah, but shout out to the ladies. The ladies was keeping the show lit for a long time too, man. We miss them over here. We just been doing a lot of boxing talk these last 2 weeks due to these upcoming events that we had to do. So hope they understand there's still love on this side, and they can definitely get their bars off. Queen B had a topic too. I can put that one up today too. But give me your take on them trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, really, man, it ain't happening. Like they said, Netflix gave him enough money to where, you know, he up there, he doing his thing. Even Kevin Hart said that, you know, he got that I don't care money. You know, even if they say, well, we got to take the show down, still, it's already done. The damage is done. You know, Netflix paid him. What, they going to unpay him? You know?
Give me my money back.
Yeah, ain't nobody canceling Dave, man. Hey, Dave been controversial. Like I said, that second one, the second before last, took the cake about that riding in the car. If you was mad, you would have been mad at that one compared to this one. He went in on everybody.
Was that the one where he had the joke and they said, Dave, you cannot say niggers. You can't say faggot on this network. He said, but he's I was about to leave and I said, hey, but I can say nigger all the time. He was like, he was like, but I'm not a nigga neither though. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, that was deep. I remember that one.
I will fool. I love smart comedy like that.
Yeah.
Love smart comedy like that.
I personally feel that the cancel culture, they're going to continue to try, but they don't understand that Dave Chappelle is a man who don't give two fucks. And I love the bar that he gave us on this one where he was like, don't talk to me about fighting the system, whatever. I'm the nigga who walked off the bus. walked away from 50 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that about Dave. You ain't gonna scare Dave to try to trap up his money. That man understood when he walked away from his show over 10 years ago that, you know, he's already got things in place where his money is his money, and you ain't gonna stop.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? His money, what they say, I'll come in America. And baby, when I say he got his own money, child, the boy got his own money. That nigga about to be goddamn, he nigga about to fuck around and turn Yellow Springs, Ohio into his own little personal kingdom. I ain't playing with you, bro.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that we trying to cancel people. Cause think about it, he had a whole skit on his show called The Niggers. It was a family called The Niggers.
And they didn't say nothing.
No
they just
problem.
laughed.
Say what you want to say. They was like, "Oh, I'm glad he said it, so we can say it, sing along."
Yeah.
He had another one where he was the blind white supremacist. No problem.
The first season. That's what set him on top.
No problem. Let's go. So,
well, if you remember, that's what he said. He said that as they went into the third season, he just noticed that a lot of the other material, you know, the writers like the white dude.
You messed it up. You messed up your audio. You said a lot of material.
The one white dude who helped him. You know what I'm saying? By the time he got with the to the third season, a lot of his content was just leaning so racial and so whatever that it just was like, no, this is no longer being funny. I can just see now that you want me to say some things. So when you guys say it, you're like, hey man, I'm just quoting Dave Chappelle. What, you don't watch the Dave Chappelle show? You know?
You saying Neil Brennan? Are you talking about Neil Brennan? Is that?
Yeah, yeah. Remember they had that little.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. That was kind of that when as I understood the situation, that was kind of the thing, that there was kind of a back and forth. And Comedy Central, they're leaning towards with Neil, and Dave's like, "Fuck you, this is my show." And so it was the ethics of what they were doing, as well as the professional integrity of, hey, you guys aren't going to take my baby and start raising my baby. You know what I'm saying? And doing it like that, hey, I'll smother it my damn self before I see something. You know, Dave does edgy comedy, but he's not a shock value comedian. He just does edgy commentary. You know, he saw himself becoming something that he really wasn't. And, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I remember that because he was saying that the jokes were more or less, you wasn't laughing with him, you were laughing at him. You know, even the third season, they had that one where he was on the plane and he asked did he want the chicken or the fish, and he's like, yeah, they're gonna think I'm racist for getting the chicken. I want chicken, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the fish. As soon as he said, yeah, give me the fish, they say, oh, I'm sorry, we out of fish. He's like, hold on, if you out of fish, why you gave me a choice? He said, you should just told me you only had chicken. You know, and it was all kind of like that whole third season. It was more in depth of racist stuff versus to black people, but you didn't see too much of it, like the culture of what he did it for everybody. You know, that third season, I think it was like, what, 5 episodes, but the mainly was pushed more just towards that.
Right. And I respect the hell out of him because, you know, like he said on The Closer, he got off the bus. He got off the bus. He was already, not only was he good, but he was good. He was America's darling. He wasn't even edgy then. He could not do no wrong. You feel what I'm saying? And he said, nah.
I thought he's always been a little edgy.
Yeah, he's always been edgy.
Even back when he saw the baby in the hood.
Hey, baby.
Like, hey, baby, what you doing? Oh, he was talking about sprinkles crack on him. Talking about the police.
The
police was. So
that's what I'm saying. He been edgy.
Shout out to Troy Graham, just joined the panel. Troy, welcome home. How you feel, my brother? Troy, if you're talking, your mic is muted.
No, it's not muted.
There you go. I can hear you now. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
He's swimming.
It's choppy. It's real choppy, brother. It's super choppy.
So choppy.
Swimming.
Try it now. Yeah, that was real choppy, Troy. Super choppy.
Okay. Still choppy?
Yeah, try.
I gotta work on these. Yeah, I'll try and bring him back in.
Okay. Bad right
Like
there.
you gotta get to them blue parrots, man. I got them truck driver headphones, them aftershocks, good mics.
Yeah, man. But what was we at? What was we at?
We was talking about. We was just talking about the. You was still talking about Dave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But definitely a lot to unpack in that special. Definitely worth a watch. Watch it twice. I'm looking at the poll I got in the chat. 54% are saying no. The closer is not his best work ever. Love for you guys to tell me in the chat as well which is his best work ever. That'll be interesting to see what you guys like the most. Let me see what they saying in the chat. Anybody got any questions in the chat? What we on? It's viewer's choice tonight, so open panel, open channel, open dialogue. As long as we show some love and respect, we can come back and do it again. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Mega Czar. Welcome home. Welcome back to the neighborhood, my G.
What's going on, brother? What's up, King Agent Math? What's going on, Clips, Queen P, and Mods, and all other mods. Shout out to the family. How everybody doing, man?
Good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, your audio sound a little right there too a little bit. It's a little choppy. I heard
I'm the only nigga with a good mic this time. Ha!
I ain't put I ain't got my headphones on yet. Just.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on here? Everybody got the bad audio. It started with me. I set the tone.
Yeah.
So that's my fault. And I'm late. But I got love and respect for everybody who's taking the time out that evening to pull up, chop it up with us. Queen P had a question that she had emailed me. I don't remember if we discussed it. I don't think we did. She had it was like 3 up there, but she had asked me, do you think it's important to have a relationship with your in-laws? Is it important to have a relationship with your in-laws? What do you think, she?
Not really. I mean, if you be truthful about it.
Damn, she. Oh shit. She said, fuck. He said, I ain't fucking her mama and her daddy.
Basically,
I ain't like them niggas no way.
Exactly. When it come down to it, we can work something out, but if it don't, oh well, Like my cousin always said, at the end of the night, you count 4 feet at the bottom. Anything else, you better grab the gun.
Oh shit. I like that. I never heard that before. Never heard of it, but I love
never heard it.
That depends on how you're living, that depends on your lifestyle.
Oh, nah, yeah, of course, that's your life, then you might have 6 to 8 down there. So
God damn it. I'm just saying, god damn it.
That's gonna be funky in the morning. That's too many asses in the bed, man. Too many ass cracks.
And that's not even a California king. You're gonna have to get a custom made.
Yeah, I mean, some people got a custom made lifestyle. I mean, some people ain't regular.
Yeah, and I need a little meat on my bones. So yeah, that we might need to put 2 of them together. 2 California kings together, like. But shout out to my guy Mega Czar. Shout out to girl behind the mic. Before we get started, anybody got anything they want to plug? I forgot to do that. I got to say that. Girl behind the mic, you got anything you want to plug real quick, ma'am?
Shout out to panel. Shout out Marq Nash, Queen P, Chad.
I'm sorry, real quick, time out. I always laugh when people do that because it reminds me of being at church.
Man,
people stand up and before they was like, I want to give honor to God, pastor, the deacons, choir director, the usher board, the youth choir, all the evangelists. I want to thank God for giving me a thank God for my job. I'm like, what else you got? You got anything to say about the So I'm just being a jerk right there, but it's funny to me. I appreciate the love and respect, and I'm sure everybody named you shout out, they appreciate it too. It's just always a little funny to me. I was like, these motherfuckers be doing all these the list gonna keep getting longer as the show grow.
Like giving praise and honor to God, and to my pastor.
Amen. And we're gonna pass that collection plate around too. Let me put that on the screen right there. Pastor need a new Lincoln. Amen.
Shout out to my, I like to thank God for my Pac-Man. Yes, sir, buddy.
Amen. But go ahead, girl behind the mic. Please plug your channel and your show. I think it's truly remarkable what you're doing, and I think it's truly different. I don't know anybody else who's doing that.
Shout out, yes. She
started off with
shout out.
She said shout out, yes.
She can't help it. She can't help it.
No,
I'll be over there.
I look, and I'll be in professional settings on Zoom talking about some shout out. I'm like, oops, never mind. Just forget that one. All right, so it's Girl Behind the Mic on YouTube, but most importantly, it's Decoding Dreams podcast with Memory, where I teach people to learn how to decode dreams. We talk about all things spiritually related as it pertains to the dream realm and the waking state. But most importantly, if you like to read books, go to fortheculturebooks.weebly.com.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time and your energy. We just over here having a little I don't want to say those two words because it gets crazy if you say free smoke. Goes a little crazy. Goes left real bad. So we don't want to say that. But we just having an open conversation, viewer's choice. Is it important to have a relationship with your in-laws in your opinion?
It would be nice.
I was trying to get Girl Behind the Mic real quick, Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's a tough one. Because the way I move, personally speaking, I don't care what people think. Like, I don't aspire to have that relationship. And I also come from the thought process of, they're human beings. They could be toxic. What if they're toxic in-laws, So, but if they're not toxic, regular human beings, loving, kind, and happy for me and their child, then hey, I'm all for the hanging out with them at a distance. But I don't know about being tight and all that other stuff. I don't even like my parents anywhere close. So that's just me.
Damn. So you ain't even that close with your own parents, is what you're saying.
They're hundreds of miles away.
So if I gotta be alone on the holidays with you, you need to be. Yeah, but some would argue you probably would want more of a family type vibe since your family's, hundreds of miles away. Wouldn't you want to, have somebody in a relationship that has a adult relationship with their parents? So, you can have a mom away from mom type thing.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, I would have loved to be in a marriage where I have an amazing mother-in-law, an amazing father-in-law, but I don't have those problems because they're dead. So thank God. No, just kidding. But as it pertains to
that's a terrible joke, Memory.
Just kidding. I say just kidding.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
I gotta put a case on you.
Bars.
Just kidding.
On you.
So I don't even have those pressures. So I chose very selectively, didn't I? But to be honest with you, support is good. And once again, for me, what's really important is healthy spaces. I've been distanced away from my family ever since I was 21 because of certain reasons, so I don't miss maternal gatherings and paternal gatherings, but if I had a significant other that had a strong relationship with his family, I would be part of it because I respect that. Just because we over here not acting, up to par doesn't mean I would ever take my spouse away from his family system, if that makes sense.
Shout out to Queen P, just pulled up. Troy Graham is back. We're gonna see what his mic sound like. Megazord got the good mic on. Taylor Bell said all that matters is your husband and wife. Queen P, this was your topic. Thank you again for emailing me a good topic. You are definitely a queen amongst queens.
No problem.
What's your take on this?
I wrote it in the chat and I remember hearing about it. My thoughts are, I feel like in-laws are important, but they're not the end-all be-all. So as long as we can keep things cordial, then I'm good. But what I'm not going to do is tolerate disrespect. So either he better handle his peoples or I'm going to say something. And vice versa. Because, sometimes some things can be misunderstood. And sometimes you have some in-laws that are wicked, just like what Girl Behind the Mic said. That is true, too.
So you gonna be the one to cuss his mama out at Thanksgiving, and now all the sisters and cousins gonna be trying to jump.
I'm not gonna curse her out. I'm not gonna curse her out. It's just I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna be respectful because she's still an adult. But you're not gonna talk to me any kind of way because you feel like you're an adult and not gonna consider the fact that I too am an adult. Because sometimes some adults feel like they could talk to a child any kind of way. Well, I'm no longer a child, so yeah.
Megazar, same question.
Hell yeah, that's important. Because you could tell a tree by the fruit it bears. First and foremost, my wife's parents is in love with me. And that has to be that, because I don't need any questioning of how I'm captaining this ship over here. I need them to 100% trust and know that I have their daughter's best interest in hand, and that at all times I'm going to be maneuvering for her self-betterment, for our betterment. You know what I'm saying? And likewise, my mom, may Allah be pleased with it, she was in love with her. My father's in love with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a strategy and a science to mating. It isn't all about just attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that lonely ass island that you set yourself up on whenever you disregard, remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be for me. This is for me. I'm a very family-oriented person. And if the person I'm with isn't family-oriented, we're not gonna click. It's not gonna work. Just because I believe wholeheartedly that harmonious gatherings, it builds. You know what I'm saying? And if they have a expectation of me and I meet that expectation, then it's cool. Now, don't get me wrong. I have ran across where the in-laws wasn't shit in a relationship. I didn't even invest no time in it because it's not gonna last. It's point blank period. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I don't.
So you broke up with ladies before because of.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna do it every once I see the toxicity in the family. Nah, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I can't, me personally, because I know me. I love confrontation, so I want all that motherfucking smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get it all.
Well, we should know he loved confrontation from that little battle that he had.
So
you remember them songs he came out with, y'all?
And you know, all confrontation isn't bad. Like, when people think confrontation, I'm not thinking from a fratricidal standpoint. I'm speaking of, I love to confront things head on. There's no need of sacred innuendos. Now let's deal with this. Let's deal with it head on. And you know, I just went ahead and nipped it in the bud because, you know, eventually it was going to tear away at the fabric of me and the relationship or the person we was with. It was going to eventually happen. So I might as well nip it in the bud. The sex ain't never that good for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's just never to that point for me where I can't break away from it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only person that has something that I need is my child, my father. You know what I'm saying? My blood relatives, even my wife. You know, her mom calls me son, and I'm more dependable really than her sons. But I teach her sons the way they ought to take care of their mom, and if they don't, it's a fucking problem. That's just me, bro. I was a big I'm out of my mother and father's children, I'm the oldest, so I always had to take upon the role of responsibility. You know, so I don't know how to be no other way but to be hands-on. And I just feel like, for me, my formula has always been, when her family accepts me as their family, my family is going to always accept who I choose because they trust my judgment. So I don't want to continue to wax poetic, but that's just how I feel. It's very important.
Okay, let's pass it around. That guy Eclipse, is it important to have a relationship with your in-laws?
It would be very much ideal for some of the reasons that Megazar alluded to, but I'm more with girl behind the mic. You know, I'm with the hive mind. I'm with the pack mentality when it's right, but I'm more of a Sigma myself. And honestly, I believe using you stand on the Bible, use the Bible expression, when a man and woman come together, they become one flesh. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the family right there. You feel what I'm saying? And everything else has got to coalesce around that nucleus. You know, and I believe I've personally seen it in my family and other families where sometimes the family thinks you got to blend into them. Where it's like, nah, goddamn it, we a family. and we trying to keep our ties. We trying to, using the tree metaphor, you feel what I'm saying? We done bring, we a new tree, we done taken root. We're trying to grow, we over here, but we trying to show you that, yeah, we know where we came from to where we can make this a forest instead of just a few little random trees that all look alike around here. You know what I'm saying? But in order that to be, each tree's got to stand on its own, in my opinion. That's just the way I see it in nature. That's the way I see it for me. And yeah, it's real. Like, I've even seen the ills of people doing the most with the families. I ain't gonna get into my personal stories, but I've seen all the ills, how it affects children, how it does the intergenerational shit. Now you got whole damn cousins or half brothers that who don't even talk to each other because somebody, somebody got to playing around, and that personal relationship became a bigger family matter. You know what I'm saying? Started fucking with in-laws and fucking with everything where people don't talk to each other no more. It just ain't gonna happen.
Shout out to my guy Taylor Bill. Taylor Bill said he and his wife are just talking about that. They're going through this right now. Ironically.
Yeah, man, it's a real thing. Like, especially in the pandemic, people had to quarantine, people have had to live in pods, and so yes, the groups get a little more tribal, if you will, and everything. And as you start doing that, you start seeing different things. Like, okay, dude may be the king of his castle, but at the end of the day, he's still a mama's boy. And so if his wife is a real queen, so if his wife's a real queen, you feel what I'm saying? There's only so much of that she's really going to put up with when, his mama can just pull up and shut down any and everything, like, especially with all the stress that people have been under lately. When you deal with like toxic family members, you deal with that loved one, that blood relative that's hard to say no to, who just can't help themselves. They will make any moment about them. And you know what I'm saying? And so what are you saying to your spouse when you are allowing that person to make y'all home, y'all time, y'all space about they monkey?
Let's pass it around. We hear Troy Graham. How y'all mic sounding? I know you on point. Troy Graham, your mic is straight now?
You tell me, how do I sound?
Perfect. Go ahead. You sound like you standing right here.
All right, good.
So, you good. What's your take on this? Is it important to have a relationship with your?
Well, speaking from experience, that only works if they choose to respect you the same way that you respect them. It's not really necessary. You could be cordial because you're not married to the family. You married to that person. You're really not married to the family. You're married to that individual. You could be cordial and keep it moving. Because it's been almost 30 years and I'm basically family with my ex's family. And it's been 30 years now. I go over there for Thanksgiving. And they hire me to cook, all of that. All of their children call me Uncle Troy.
They working your ass on my holiday.
Nah, I get paid too.
Yeah, okay, they working your ass. So you ain't over there just chilling with the family, like, nigga.
No. Actually, I am. I don't cook on the holidays, man. I'm talking about.
But you still
their birthday parties.
On the holidays, you kicking it though.
Yeah, like on Thanksgiving, I'm there with them, and Christmas, I'm actually with my own family.
Now, some will argue you seem like the guy who haven't moved on.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Because if I was with a woman and she was still going over there kicking it with her ex's family, or when it's over, it's over. Like, if y'all got to be there for the children.
You say kicking it though, Mark.
You kicking it on Thanksgiving and Christmas, right?
No. Listen. I talk to them almost every day. We family. I got a nephew that's 24 and I helped raise him. She got a brother that's 30 something. I helped raise him. You understand me? So I'm not kicking it. We family, basically.
That's dope. So I like that mentality. You divorce the woman, you don't divorce the children, is what you're saying.
I don't divorce the family. Yeah, her family loved me more than she ever did.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's deep. Oh
man, that's true.
So it's important. We here. Give me your take on this. Wait, I think you already did. Did everybody give me their take on this?
I did, but I wanna push one thing.
Go for it, sir.
That's like when I seen this topic with this video. So if as a man, you got your mama, you got your wife. Who's sitting in the front seat?
Oh, I heard about this.
Hold on, say this now.
Me.
I say you got your mama, you riding in the car. You go to pick up your mama, and your wife, she come over there too. So y'all finna get ready to go somewhere. You get in the front seat to get ready to drive. Who's sitting in the passenger seat? Your mama or your wife?
I'm a different person, but I'll take lead though. Good one right there.
I
Why y'all
remember this
laughing?
topic. No, this was a hot topic. No,
I know where you about to go, Mark. Don't tell me, Mark. No, don't do it.
What you
Go
mean?
do it.
This is a hot topic, man.
You go push the button.
I'm gonna just keep it buck. Nah, it's probably my face is probably doing more than probably what I'm about to say. So you guys, I don't know. I ain't driving shit anyway. Once I get my wife, I'm about to. She drives when I'm with my wife. I'm passenger seat shouty when I'm with my wife, my G. Like I'm getting chauffeured. Chauffeured. I
Look
ain't
at Mark
doing
being
no
bougie, y'all.
straight up. I'm just keeping it a buck.
He being bougie, y'all.
I ain't lying.
Bougie.
Nah, cause she don't like the way I drive anyway.
Why, you drive too fast? You a speed?
No,
demon?
I'm Miss Daisy. I got
Oh,
PTSD
hell no.
from car accidents.
Oh, God.
From being in the army, seeing what a car accident can do to a body. I've been in a car accident that spun around and I ended up in a ditch. So I got PTSD on the road. I'm Mr. 10 and 2. I'm like this.
Mr. 10 and 2.
Everybody go around me. Go ahead. Look, I drive
Hey,
like
listen, man.
my
As
nigga,
long as you ain't that nigga. Mark, as long as you ain't that dude in the left lane going 5 miles below the speed limit, you all right.
I might be.
All right, then, get your ass off the goddamn road. Get off the damn road,
I
man.
ain't
You
gonna
out
be
here
riding
fucking
behind
with
the
people's
18
time.
wheeler. Look, but I drive slow enough like I'm leading the funeral procession though.
Nah, you know, I tell you what I did, right?
Stick to the right
funeral people
lane.
be like, tell this nigga to get over.
Tell him to stick to the right lane.
I tell you what I
I'll be in
did,
the back
right?
seat, let the ladies be up front though. I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I tell you what I did. I asked my wife to drive. My mom said,
Your mic is doing that again. Your mic, you can sound like a robot.
Choppy.
Sound like a robot.
I didn't even.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Stand on one foot. You got it. Stand on one foot.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you trying to lay down in the bed and hold the iPad.
He said,
I was sitting up, man. I was trying these different
You laying
headphones.
in the bed with the iPad on the pillow.
Hey, 1 foot.
Can you hear me,
man,
Mark?
1 foot.
There you go.
Yeah,
brother.
you got it now.
Just the rabbit is, man.
Okay, good, because I had to move. I had to move the tablet, but I simply settled that situation, man. You know, I asked the wife to drive, and my mom sat up front, and I sat in the back with the kids, and I dealt with the kids, and they had the front. It was easy for me to do.
Oh man, who
took the
next?
easy route.
I
So me
might
and
have to
Troy-
give my answer last.
Go ahead. Me and Troy taking the easy route. Megazord. Same question for you, man. They trying to get us with these.
Oh no,
relationship riddles.
that's easy. See, this the type of thing it is.
Let's go.
My mama raised me to be a decision maker, bro. So in that instance, my mama's sitting in the back.
Exactly.
my mama's sitting in the back, but check the fly shit. When we picking her mama up, her mama's sitting in the front. So that's type of shit I do. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit I do. When we go get her T-John, oh, she's sitting in the back. Her mama's sitting in the front. But
So
when my
basically,
mom,
the great grandma is the one sitting in the front seat of the kids.
Which one is supposed to be? I don't
no.
What
I'm saying, no. This is what I'm saying. My thing is when it's with me. When it was with me, the whole thing about it is my mama's the type of mom that don't care about that shit. She gonna put herself in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? But see, I got a girl that's gonna be like, nah, Miss Kamish, you sit in the front. See, that's the type of situation I want because there's a science to this shit.
So y'all gonna be in the parking lot arguing about you getting
no. Then I'm gonna be like, baby, go on sit in the front. And my mama gonna sit in the back. But see, when we pick her mom up, it ain't no option. Mama Thea, you sitting in the front. Mama Thea, we going where you want to go. So that type of shit, that type of fly shit I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I am righteous, but I still got player shit in me. But I just use it for the benefit and to put the women that's at the head of my life in ease. Like my stepmom now. I don't treat my stepmom no different than how I treat my mom when my mom was here, bro. I call her mom. You know what I'm saying? I love, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my son is gonna know her as grandma. He don't know about my mom. My mom died when he was 2. So he's not, but his grandma is gonna be my stepmom. So I'm principle based and I'm not emotion based. I'm principle based. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though you have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it took many relationships for me to find the harmony that I have now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just not the type of person to cut a person off from their root. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna need your family at some point. Like something pop up, you're gonna need them for something. You know, you're gonna need them for something. And I'm the type of person that I'm not gonna be a wedge. Or I'm not gonna be characterized as that. So when some shit pop off, you're gonna look toward me. No, I'm gonna be the person that's gonna be inviting, because all bullshit I'm gonna shut down. When it's in my house, I'm shutting the bullshit down. But I'm gonna do it in a firm way. I don't have to be nasty with it. So nah, in that scenario, oh no, baby, mama sitting in the back. Mama sitting in the back, and mama gonna be cool with it. But when I'm picking up her mama sitting in the front, and then baby just gotta be cool with it, because I'm setting the precedence. So yeah.
And is it that serious though? Go ahead, is it that serious? Because low key, I think my mom is like how he said his mom is. My mom's like, no, baby, I'm gonna sit in the back. Go, come on, let's go. Just grab my bag for me. She ain't tripping off of that. Her mom is the same way. But me, I'm like, matter of fact, I'm not even driving no more. I'm about to be in the back on my phone. Let y'all talk about girl stuff up front. I'll sit in the back, might be on the phone. I'm YouTubing. I'm talking to y'all, listening to y'all shows with my headphones on. Like, I'm not, but 9 times out of 10, that shit is rarely gonna happen because all these folks got cars and several cars. You know what I'm saying? So they don't need me for no ride. But give me your take on this sheet we here, and we can move on.
Well, basically,
I got something in the chat I want to address.
When it come down to it, my wife's sitting in the front, mom sitting in the back, her mom sitting in the back, because they know the law, the law of order. My wife is over my mom. That's the whole deal. When you marry, that become your first lady. You got love for your mom all day. That doesn't mean you disrespect her. You don't like her no more. But this is your lady. This the one you lay down with. This the one you take a bullet for your mom, but you ain't sleeping in the bed with her. So at the end of the day, you gotta
that Black look like he's still sleeping in bed with his mama. I saw that video. I was like, ugh. What the hell is going on here? Why you grabbing his mama ass trying to kiss his mama in the mouth?
Oh, you talking about
Kodak Black.
That's man.
Smacking her on the butt and stuff, man. I'm like,
my G, I love my mama, but I ain't grabbing my mama's ass, and I damn sure ain't trying to put my mouth on her mouth.
I damn sure ain't gonna be cheering my mama while she drunk twerking.
Wait, are y'all talking about that situation with Kodak Black?
I kind of went too far. I went left with it. What's up with Kodak Black?
I don't know, because he wrote.
Feely.
Yeah, no, but he also had that post where he was talking about being suicidal at 1.2.
Because mama didn't want to kiss him back. She was like, nigga,
no,
you smell like black and mild smoke. Get your mouth
That was before.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm just being an asshole. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen P. I'm sorry.
No, that was before. That was first. It was that, and then it was the whole kissing the mama thing. I kind of thought that was weird, but then again, look at Angelina Jolie and her brother. They kiss each other on the mouth, and when people thought it was weird, her brother said, "No, you guys are the weird ones." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we incest over here.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's not. I'm an uber affectionate person. I kiss my son on the cheek and on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? But he's still small though. Once he get a certain age, I cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
At what age is it? What does a father stop kissing his son?
Well, I mean, my father, that never stops, because my dad'll kiss me. My dad'll kiss me on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? If it's something of that type of magnitude, you know what I'm saying? Like when my mom's passed away, he gave me a hug. He kissed me on the forehead, and it was one of those type of things. So that's always my father. King Age Math put it on my mom was the greatest woman in the world to me. outside of my grandma until I met my girl, because we share a connection that me and my mama would never have. You know what I'm saying? The sex between me and my girl, that allows us for a different type of connection spiritually that me and my mom can never have unless you're on some weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying?
And in that case, we got to put a case on it.
No, we got to put more than a case on your ass, because you could end up like Robert Kelly. You can end up fucked up in the head like that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You know
Right. Hey look! R. Kelly here, this drop right here, and it hits a little different.
Okay.
It hits a lot.
You gotta stop, Mark, man. Come on, Mark, man.
It hits very different. Hey, Mark.
Hit different.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you, Mark. Never heard of it. Never. Me, Megazord, never heard of it. Never heard of it.
This is what we're doing tonight, people.
I've never kissed my son.
Nah, but no, that's, you know what I'm saying. Like my situation is, you know, I'm blessed. You know, everyone doesn't come from great families, but I come from a great family, so I look for that because that's important to me. Like, that's important to me. They have to have a family dynamic similar to mine, because I believe there's a science to mating. So it's not that it's like Dave Chappelle. I'm not punching down. I'm a master that punches lines. You know what I'm saying? So
bars.
You know, that was hard. Yeah, that was hard. But it ain't that. And I'm no one's judge, so I don't judge anyone. I just know what's best for me. You know what I'm saying? I just know how best I operate, and how to get the maximum production out of me, the environment that needs to coincide with my productivity. So
sorry, and I'm glad you clarified that too, because in case there are people listening as well, and I do get it, and you're absolutely 100 on the fact that there is a science to it, because as much as like you mentioned the science, and what you backed up with is that you, and that's what I like to always like broaden the message, because there could be somebody listening that could also resonate with any one of these messages today. And the other part being is, as much as there's a science for you, there's science for every single person. Because truth be told, at the bottom of my heart, would I have wanted to be in a dynamic like having the Felicia Rashad for a mother-in-law, and well, not the husband, but we'll look for someone else as a mentor figure or whatever. You get the point. I would have liked that, but life itself, what I realized, doesn't present that, because there's so many factors. But as long as you know the science, like you said, because for me personally speaking, my family is African. Nothing sits well with my mother and my father, until I realized that when I grew older, that I could bring home Barack Obama himself if he was single, and that wouldn't satisfy. So I started to challenge myself at a young age, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make decisions that are best fitting for myself, especially when it comes to my spousal relationships. Of course, I have cousins and my siblings whose input I value, because you don't want to get involved in toxic relationships and feel like no one can tell you what to do, or don't marry him, or I'm just gonna marry him anyways. I still have a village, but I want to be. I want to also talk about the fact that if one comes from a toxic family, it's okay to look for a blueprint of your own, to make your own healthy family, and to also distance yourself from the family. My husband's been introduced to my family. One thing I always tell people, anybody listening, I've never talked ill about my family dynamics to my husband, because of course we go to California, we hang out, and the reason being is, right, it's always going to be my family. That's still my mom, my dad, and my siblings. And so I don't want him, because he wants to protect me, to put his guard up and create drama or division. And he's not like that, but it's just common logic to me. What's my grievances with my family is my grievances with my family. He respects whatever relationship I have with my family. He shows up for the so quote unquote little family functions. But I would have loved my family to be embracing. I would have loved my mom to love everyone I bring around her. My mom's never cared. My parents didn't even come to my wedding. So yeah. So
did they give you a reason why or is it just disapproval?
Most times it's met with disapproval and narcissism. It's a lot. That's why I said it's a lot that goes on to decisions. Now, and the thing is also, which also that's why it's like a science, because the thing is, it's easy to say if you look at a woman like me, and nobody has said this, it's just me talking. If you look at a woman like myself, you think, oh my gosh, her family, narcissism, and all the other stuff we've had to go through. You may think we don't want to touch that, but you also have to understand some people take what they went through and flip it around. I have chosen to be the woman that my mother was never in her marriage. And I'm not trying to knock my mom down or anything
Just
like
did,
that.
Shawty. I'm
It's
sorry.
just that
All the way down.
I chose to pick the positives from that. I chose to be a different female. I chose to break completely whatever blood, generational patterns, behaviors, and pathologies because I was aware at a very young age. And even up to now, I'm now grateful for the choices I've made, for the partner that I have. And then what makes the science is my husband came from a loving family. He has a big family. That's where we go for Christmases and Thanksgiving. And so I get that from them, even though he doesn't have a mom or dad anymore, but I get that from his family. So he's never known abuse in his life. He's never
Oh, so you
known.
wasn't joking about that. They are deceased.
Yeah, his mom and dad are deceased a long time ago.
Okay, because
So
when you said joking
about that.
Yeah,
when you
he's
said joking, I thought you was joking about that.
No, his great aunt raised him, so he came from a very loving family. So to me, he's always been this whole individual, and that's the science to it. I was a broken person. I had work to do. I worked on it, but I wasn't 100% repaired. But coming together, my 3/4 coming in here, we blended up as a science, and I now have in life the family from his side of the family that I always wanted, but because I don't communicate with my parents like that, just because of factors, childhood traumas, and so forth, is just working itself out. So and I only wanted to say that because if there is a single guy out there, and perhaps you are the whole piece, or you grew up in this dynamic family, and there's a woman out there with, not even to say potential, I don't like that word, but a person that's trying, because some people go different. Okay, like I know me and my siblings and I, we've gone different. We're not byproducts of our parents. We grew up watching our parents physically fighting. Do we want to talk about that in the Black community? We grew up with a lot arguing, and just they call that emotional abuse and all kinds of stuff too. But we chose to just do differently. We chose a completely different spiritual path. So it's possible, but there is a science. You're right. There's a science to all of it.
Did anybody have anything else they want to add on that? Because I wanted to say something.
I'll be real quick.
Go for it. I'll put it.
I like. Let me just clarify the statement with I can just look at your Abby and just, you know what I'm saying, the beauty of what you present and the physical. It always comes through. It always comes through the mic, pun intended. But definitely you can, like, because I came from such a good family, I had the responsibility to go above and beyond for my peers who didn't. Cause see, it's always a drawback. And just because the household I was in was cool, my cousin who house I was over, his daddy bought him a PlayStation because his daddy a smoker. He broke in the house and stole it 2 weeks after he got it for him. You know what I'm saying? So I was not far removed from situations where people sustained abuse physically and mentally and spiritually. You know, we don't really talk about the spiritual abuse, but the spiritual abuse is actually worse than the mental and the physical. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, now I definitely take my hat off. I definitely take my hat off to you. And when I was speaking that, I was just speaking from, because I'm in a blessed position. But I feel like those who come from situations like that, if they're able to make whole, those are the true diamonds of society. Those are the true jewels of society, because you didn't allow the dross, you didn't allow the new word everybody loves to use, the toxicity. You didn't allow the setbacks which you suffered from your roots to prohibit you and enable you in the future. So now I take my hat off to that. You know, we were just speaking from a standpoint of personal preference. You know what I'm saying? Personal preference. So now I definitely salute you because of that. And you could just tell just the way you always answer questions with a wide view. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, salute to you because of that, Queen. That's all I want to say. That's really all I want to say.
Anybody got anything else? She hit him with the
I'll just say this.
I got another thing, another poll in the chat. Just want to say this. Another poll in the chat. Take the time to look at it and fill in that poll. Yes, true or false. Go ahead, that guy Eclipse.
I was just about to say, with that said, though, I mean, it sounds good when you put it like Troy put it about, well, you know, they family, but I'm not gonna get into my personal stuff right now. But look,
go ahead.
When you ain't with a motherfucker no more, why are you really up around their family like that? Like for real. And then like Mark, you touched on it a little bit earlier. How do you feel? What kind of man is you? If you say married to a chick, and this chick is still trying to spend every second of her life up around her ex.
You broke up at the end.
I said up around her ex's family and all up in their affairs, like it's her business.
Oh, I say go be with your family then. Obviously, that's still your family. I'm not your family. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
but that's still each his own. Like I'm gonna live and let live. Plus, I don't know his situation. If he is in a new relationship, maybe he's not. Maybe he's still single. You know what I'm saying? Since that relationship.
No, I'm talking about.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about. You're married to a girl. You're married to a female.
Married? No, you said married.
Married. Yeah, y'all done went through the whole whoop-de-boop. Y'all married. Y'all's married now.
I am married. Yeah, like right
now. Okay. And so imagine if your wife is spending an absorbent amount of time trying to inject herself and acting like she has some say or whatever in the intricate affairs of her ex's family.
Ex-husband
and trying to drag you into it.
Let me be fair. Is that her husband, her ex-husband? Did they have children together? Like that's kind of loaded. Let me see what we got here. Hold on.
They had one kid together, and the kid don't even rock with her like that because she do that.
Hold up, the exes. She got a kid with her ex.
I'll put it like this: my baby mama, my son.
I can understand her still having a relationship with the guy or that family, like dropping the kid off with the grandma on that.
Oh no, it gets deeper than that, man. She does the most. No. She does the absolute most, and it gets deep. I ain't gonna get into all the details. Like you know, I just had that funeral. You know what I'm saying? My cousin had died and everything. Man, that goddamn funeral was a goddamn trip because these niggas, like, it's like if you really feel like, oh, you want to whatever, you can send a card or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Let the family have family time. Get your punk ass on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel about it because now had the shoe been on the other foot and when the shoe was on the other foot, when her brother and when her dad died, I was there supportive of her or whatever and all that. That's all that goofy family shit. And she up another culture. So it got
breaking up goofy. A little bit, Mike.
I said, and she's of another culture. You know what I'm saying? My son's mother's Arab. You feel what I'm saying? So when her father and her brother died, shit was real goofy and crazy for them. And I just, even though we weren't on good terms, I supported her, got her through that shit. But the main thing I didn't do was try to interject myself in the middle of all of her family shit. And I allowed that family to sort it out. Hence why, you know what I'm saying, throughout all the ugliness, she still has a relationship with her family. Now, on the other side of the coin, I couldn't even put my cousin in the ground. Me and several other relatives couldn't even get through that process without this goofy motherfucker acting like she got to say so in the shit. So it's two sides to that coin, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna get too deep and too personal with the details, but man, I just listening to y'all is like I know a couple ways, and then I'm going through it right now where it's like, yeah, man, go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't have me other kids. I'm in a whole nother relationship. I'm living my whole life. My son even doesn't even fuck with her because she does shit like this. But she thinks it's cool to keep doing shit like this. And naturally, of course, my mom, you know what I'm saying? My mom, that's why I don't fuck with my mama group in the sense that she's always going to do the extra stuff when it's like, nah, sometimes you need to keep it light. To where now it's a big crazy thing because this motherfucker, she's married now, got a whole another family she could fuck up. But she's infatuated with mine. To where there's now a split between my family over her punk ass.
Yeah, man, that's a lot, Mike.
You sure she don't want you back?
I don't give a damn what she want. That bitch can die slow.
Damn, Mike. Lord, tell us how you really feel. Jesus
Mike,
Christ.
they're gonna put a case on you.
I promise God and I promise my son I ain't gonna lift a finger to touch her. But trust me, when she die, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put on my best suit. I'm gonna walk up over that casket and I was gonna goddamn take a
don't
selfie.
say that, Mike.
I have a feeling Mike gonna be that person that celebrates her death. He just gonna have a whole party to celebrate it.
Whole party, birthday cake and all. God damn it!
Mike, you gotta relax. Let's move forward. We gotta move forward.
Next topic. Mike
incriminating
himself on your
in
panel.
that little segment right there.
I ain't incriminating.
We don't know who she is. We don't know.
Let me take control real quick, yo. Let me see if
I ain't gonna do a damn thing, man. Listen, man, God is real and karma is real. You ain't gotta do shit.
Please. Some of them probably left because the audio. Because I guess when you look away and talk like you doing now, it breaks up. Yeah, so
my bad.
Yeah, it's cool. We gotta get that audio right. I promise you, I'm gonna send you a mic for Christmas, man. I appreciate your energy, and I appreciate your delivery. Yeah, we're gonna send him some.
How am I incriminating myself?
I'm just messing with you, Mike.
Myself.
Go ahead.
Listen,
you
man.
good, Mike? I'm just messing with you. You good. But
listen,
yeah, I want to
man,
go
I'm gonna tell you the guys. If I don't fuck with somebody, I'm gonna tell you that. Just cause I ain't running around looking for somebody to do something to somebody. And listen, hey, hey, people sat outside the White House cheering when they killed Osama.
Yeah, I want to touch on that topic that you got up there, cause my Bluetooth about to go drop. So
go ahead, get your bars off.
And let me flip, cause I know it's something about we don't hold each other accountable.
True or false? Black folks don't hold each other accountable.
No, we don't.
Elaborate.
I heard somebody once tell me, they said, hey, we give, I'm gonna just shoot from the, I'm paraphrasing, of course. We give Jay-Z a pass, even though we all know by his own admission, I started this from drug dealing. Master P, I started this from drug dealing. This is what they telling us. And we give them a pass, like, well, they ain't doing it no more. Like, it's okay that they funded this thing like that because we aspire to greatness. We don't want to throw R. Kelly away. We didn't want to throw Bill Cosby away. Mike Tyson, you get what I'm saying? Convicted rapist. We don't throw Mike Tyson away. See what you? But I'm sorry. Let me set the plate. Let me set the table. So I said all that to say somebody, and this is a white person, of course. And they said, hey, you guys don't hold each other accountable. Deontay Wilder, y'all all know he lost fair and square. Y'all just can't take it. He lost to a white guy. And the list goes on with these type of examples. So, and I heard people say when it comes to women, we don't hold our women accountable. The black women don't hold the black man accountable.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you when you had that poll.
Queen P, can I get it? Can I get it? You on mic? What the heck?
My bad.
I got it. So let me set the table. So fuck it, I'm done. Y'all got enough of it. Go ahead. Fuck it. I can't. I be losing my thought. Look, I lose my thoughts quick.
I know, man.
And I get frustrated and I be like, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all, you wanted to talk, now talk, because I'm done. I can't remember now.
No, that's what I was trying to ask you when you made that poll.
You got it. Go ahead.
Because somebody previously said that about black women. And I was like, well, what does he mean that we don't hold black people accountable in what capacity? Like, what was he going for when he said it? That's all.
Well, you got to understand this. You got to appreciate the win, but, respect the L. And in this case, a lot of us, we've taken the L because, it starts in the community. That's why I keep saying the number one thing is this whole gender war is going to keep going on because it's a money-making thing. Now, If we take this whole thing and start building families back up, start holding the men and the women accountable, because you know you hear so many guys on YouTube have their channels and they talk about how the women act, the women this and the women that. But the point of it is, if the men build themselves up and if the women don't follow, then guess what? Who's coming their aid? If they want to get married, that's the whole thing. Respectfully, if a woman wants to get married, she's gonna deal with this man accordingly to get married. Now, if she coming with her terms on being married, but this man is taking care of her and stuff like that, then she have to go with her terms. So if that guy don't want to deal with those terms, she just got to stay single. You know, it comes to a point, even with this whole thing of partnership and a woman wants to be equal. I say this time and time again. If a woman want to lead, I'm different. I don't have no problem with you leading, but this is my rule. You lead everything. You gonna go work them extra hours on that job to pay all the bills. You gonna go change the tire when the tire go flat. If a robber breaks in the house, I'm gonna grab the 9 and say, "Go handle that," cause you the leader. That's what leaders do. They don't get no day off. You know, as me being a man, I'm responsible for the family now and after death. That's what life insurance is for. A lot of people got to get up on that. That life insurance is for the next generation.
Bro, I was about to
guys,
say, hold on, I'm sorry. If you was gonna say life is one more time, you
I
said it
wasn't gonna say
twice.
nothing.
I was gonna say, no, my nigga. We can't do that. Get your life insurance. Get your life.
Hey, he had a Magic Johnson. He throwed the ball moment.
Yeah, it's all good. Go.
hit the ball.
Go.
Now I got a little tongue tie. I was doing some stuff too, but
go ahead.
basically with the life
your life.
With the life insurance, when it come down to it, you protecting the family. You gotta have it. It's no question why you not. As a man, you gotta protect your family now and later, because when it comes down to it, you gotta be held accountable for this. When you die, fish fries and GoFundMe, that's the thing now. It went from the fish fry, now it's the GoFundMe. So you mean to tell me you're gonna sit here and let other strangers debate on if your parents, your cousin, or whoever gets buried or not? I don't know, y'all. I don't want to give you no money. Oh, I feel sorry. I'm gonna give $10. That's a lot of $10. Get the $2,000 and $3,000. Funerals ain't cheap. Cremation is like what? Almost $1,000 and rising. Same thing with the funeral. Depending on if you have it at church or not. My uncle, he had a funeral. I was his beneficiary. I spent $6,000. That wasn't even including the tombstone and the burial site because he was a vet, so he got buried in the military cemetery. But for the service, the chapel, our repast, about easy $7,500. But not being accountable, hey.
Anybody got anything they want to add?
Nah, that
about
was
the life is.
Do you remember what you were gonna say about Jay-Z and accountability?
I said it already. I already said that part.
Okay,
so that's why I say y'all got it for the most part. People say we don't hold each other accountable. Y'all still don't want to. I thought I said enough where people was already.
I was the one who did. I was the one who said like a month or two ago that we don't hold our people accountable, and we do not hold Black women accountable. When people say that, oh, Black women are so under attack, it's like, no, in a lot of ways, some of our cultural things is because we have not held Black women accountable, and we have played the game of, well, Black men ain't this, and where we've gotten real divisive amongst each other. And yeah, I still agree that that's what's going on. Now, as far as like the Jay-Z's, okay, he made his empire from crime. Honestly, not trying to sound like a dick. That's the American way, though. I mean, we don't say that about the Kennedys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a history buff. We can talk about any of these presidential families. Let's talk about what Fred Trump was in the state of New York. Okay, let's talk about Prescott Bush and how his bank was actually shut down because his bank was one of the biggest laundry mat for Adolf Hitler's. You know what I'm saying? Adolf Hitler's disease. Like, we don't say that. Like, he's a great reporter. He's got a great book out about, he comes from the Vanderbilt family. And these were some dirty motherfuckers.
Right.
And that's why he is Anderson Cooper, is because he refuses to take that name because he feels like he had to get it on his own and redeem himself. He wanted nothing to do with that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the American way as far as that. Now, as far as with our community, although our women have done so much for us as a culture.
Look at the mic. Point towards the mic. Hey, you keep looking away, bro, and it's killing the audio.
Yeah, our women have done so much for
our audience. I know it is.
Our women have done so much for our culture, but at the same time, our women have also led us into the welfare mentality, and because they took the perks, because they took this check, they got a place to stay. They don't have to work. They don't whatever. And how many of us grew up, well, you got 4 walls, you got something to eat, and like that was all that sustained life. But because they took that, there couldn't be a man in the house. Like most places, like I was saying to I was talking to you, girl on the mic, that in most places there's not too many social programs outside the military, something real crazy for young men. There aren't really grooming process. We teach, we teach our young men that, happy wife, happy life, which although that's true, we're also subconsciously teaching them that their life and quality of life will be based on someone else's opinion of you. We don't teach that to young girls. Even in the oppressive patriarchal system that we have, we do not teach that to young ladies. But to young men, we do put that in their mind. Even the most weak, most toxic male still measures himself by how he's viewed by females. Down to even gay men. That's why they emulate females. So I'm done.
Yeah, man, we got to pass it around a little bit.
I'm done. No, you cool. I'm done.
I bet. But don't go. But we got to pass it around. Go ahead, Megazar. I saw you shaking your head several times while he was speaking. You disagree?
No, I agree with him, but I was going to add too, if possible. We also have to understand we're creatures of habitat. We've been under the paradigm that is known as white supremacy, and we see what that produces. Broken homes, broken mentalities, the community that we live in as a whole. So, and then it's kind of hard to hold people accountable when you don't know what accountability looks like oftentimes. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that we need a stone tablet to come from out the sky to give us the directions of being right and being wrong. I'm just saying culture and influence in society and the norms that we're subjected to when we start coming of age. These things exist before we come here. So like the Bible puts it, as you're born in sin and shaped in iniquity, which meaning they didn't wait to start fucking up the world with Marq Nash. They didn't be like, okay, y'all Marq Nash here, and y'all can start fucking everything up. Now, when you got here, it was already in motion. The shit was already moving. So my thing is all accountability comes with knowledge, learning. What are we doing to combat the ignorance in our community? Because trying to hold a big standard up in someone's face and say, hey, you should be living like this, that's kind of impossible. So I believe that the accountability first starts with curing the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? But that's I want to stop it because I don't know where you want to direct it. So I'm gonna just stop right there.
Oh no, you cool. Anybody else want to get the ladies? Y'all have anything y'all want to speak on as far as that?
So it's definitely a vague bracket, right? Or a vague statement, but I wonder if it's that other than accountability as well, is it that perhaps sometimes, not all times and not all black people, but sometimes is it that we are not as supportive of each other as a people, other than being accountable? In order to be accountable, we have to support each other first, then
Right.
we can be accountable to one another. And I only think about that in for the longest time, and even up now, I'm not really on saying, because I know everything starts at home. It starts in my house. It starts in my community, and I'm not, raising up and saying the whole of Black America should start supporting each other, because it's a process. But my thing is, perhaps we need to start looking internally. Oh, I know somebody that wrote a book about this. Yeah, it's called The Agenda. Wake up, Black America. Now's your time. That's my book. But listen, perhaps it's the fact that if we start supporting each other, it's not perfect. But my concerns are, when there is police injustices and brutalities that we see mainly on Black males, we don't get the same uproar. When we have so many, what was it? I think if we Google, was it 70,000 Black women or something like that? I mean, you could Google these numbers. These Black women and girls missing. And I don't see BLMs and outrages of that. And then I wonder, are we picky in our support? Because there was the handicapped guy that was yanked out of his car by the hair. I have not seen anybody mobilizing and bringing the same uproar and noise like they usually do. And is it per case basis then? Is our support per case basis? Perhaps it also goes as far as, like, when I watch the NBA, and now people want a few NBA players want to come out and voice their opinions on, it's my body, it's my right. But I remember when Colin Kaepernick in his profession took a knee in the football, and he was left out there to kneel by himself. And I'm not saying everybody should take the same stand. I'm not saying that. I am not. But what I'm saying, imagine if majority of the NFL Black people stood up together. Who's going to play? That's always been my mentality in life. Like, if we just came together in numbers, in support, perhaps we could find accountability. So I wonder if those two are kind of like intertwined, support and accountability. And I got a lot of work to do too. I'm not perfect, because I'm not in the front lines, but it's observation. We uproar about Dave Chappelle, a Black man amassing his wealth, his self-made, on Netflix. But then you have people I've never heard of, like Glad something. I was like, who are these African American? What? I didn't say anything. Rotten Tomatoes gave him 99.6%. So it's the same thing. Like, what about the uproar when is it Howard Stern? And I don't even know if he's still popular, but he was offensive. Where is that uproar?
Howard Stern is on XM, so yeah, he's still popular.
Him. Is he still a shock like jock and just inappropriate? There's a lot of white men out here that are inappropriate. But then it's like, so that's why I wonder. It's like, and I'm not saying that people are not supporting, like, people like Dave Chappelle and so forth, but if we could just rally, perhaps with support, it comes accountability. With accountability comes support across the board. We need it across the board, I guess. And I know it's work to be had and made.
I would just say this in regards to that handicapped man. Do you think that a possibility to why people aren't protesting is because of a lack of knowledge? Because I don't think too many people know about that incident. This happened recently where he was pulled over during a traffic stop, and he told the officer that, hey, he is handicapped, but they yanked him out of his car by his dreads.
And Crump is on this. The video that I saw was Benjamin Crump. That's how I was confused. He usually gets Twitter all riled up. And where's the disability committee? Do they not have, like, I don't know, a committee for the disabled? Or is it just for non-Black people? I'm sorry. I don't know. I might have to look into that. That's why I'm like, that was really saddening. That's why I'm like,
but sometimes you need to understand also, some people are slow to react because they want to get more information. We don't want to just be quick to respond to something without knowing everything, because sometimes there are more things that happen behind the scenes. And I'll give an example. I don't know if you know about John Gruden, the NFL, the guy who left the NFL, but people were complaining. They were saying like, "Oh, that one statement he made, it was 10 years ago. People need to let it go." Well, now it's been revealed that he had countless of emails that were racist, that were homophobic, and all these other different atrocities that he's done in the span of his career.
Yeah, I mean, and here's what I've always said, and I'm not disrespect. This is not disrespecting all black people, and I'm not pointing fingers at every black person. But I've always said what I've also observed is that, in like the slow to react part makes sense, but sometimes are we more so reactionary before going in with what I say, reaction versus reactive versus wait, reaction versus reactive, one or the other. And the reason why I say that is, if case in point, I've seen like I learned a long time ago not to jump emotionally on social media footage, because I remember the case that happened at like Atlanta. That was on videos and it was just chopped up, and you didn't see the bigger picture, like the little kids that had a weapon, and then come to find out they did have a weapon on video, but people were mad because the police had pulled their gun on this. It was a big wahala. But what I'm saying is, but the guy with the dreadlocks is clean cut. Like you cannot miss them yanking him out of the car by his hair and him saying he's a paraplegic. But other cases where we didn't wait for everything to come out, we were in the streets before the ink dried out on the police report. Then you come to find out, oh, those 5 kids actually really did have a weapon, and the cop was practicing police procedure on how to go about the call and everything like that. So, and I'm not, look, I'm black, okay? I'm part of the problem too. I'm not saying that, so that's why I just wonder how we can then become supportive to hold each other accountable in such matters.
I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to the police brutality and things of that nature, I don't protest. And the reason why I don't protest is because I want to make an example out of somebody. And if people there gathered peacefully to do something, then my energy is going to throw it off, because I'm not coming to, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. If we're not assembling to do something about saying, stop killing us, please, we love you too, we're a part, that's never done shit for us. Niggas is still getting smoked. Yep, but you know what do stop? You know what do stop? A life for a fucking life. Because that forces people to be like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, nah, bitch, the same thing that's been going on to us. But see, we understand that when it comes to each other, though. Again, white supremacy at play. We smoking on each other. This shit is a phenomenon. We smoking on. I'm smoking on the blah 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 pack tonight. I'm smoking on this pack tonight. Man, what the hell is that? For real, what is this shit?
That's wild, bro.
That's wild. Say,
these kids are wild. These kids, this is a new generation, bro.
Say, my little partner today say, bro, I can't make this shit up. My little partner today told me, yeah, big bro, we smoking on blah 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 pack. And I said, he died? He was like, yeah. And my heart was broken. I'm like, no, man, that's not your fucking enemy, bro. I said, say, can I tell you something? I said, if the white man come to your mama crib and tell her get the fuck out of the house, guess what she gotta do? She gotta leave, bro, because that's not her shit. Mm-hmm. It's called eminent domain. They'll take your. I said, you fighting over a street. Is that your street? Is your name Gus Thompson? No. I said, go look up who Gus Thompson is. And it's not your street, man. How in the hell? I said, say, bro. I was so mad. I had to say, bro, I got to dismiss myself. I had to dismiss myself because it's like, say, bro, he catch the same hell as you catch. He's subjected to the same abuse you subjected to. That boy ain't your enemy because y'all had a disagreement, because y'all fought and he whooped you. That ain't your enemy. And it all boils down to what I'm gonna change the name a little bit. The goddess behind the mic says.
I got a question.
Support.
I got a question. Real quick.
Yes, sir.
I want to interject with that because we had this kid shoot somebody at a school not too long ago. Now, if that's you as an adult and you shoot somebody, it's self-defense. At what point does a kid have self-defense?
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Stab a motherfucker to get him off of him, or like, yo, I can't beat these kids. What
I know exactly where it happened. It happened in Mansfield. It happened here. The little dude, for one, the little dude was being abused every day, right? You know what I'm saying? He had a little money, his family had a little bread, and they was punking him. They was beating him out his clothes and shit. Now you and I know, Mark, it's only so much you say when people get to doing shit like that to you, me and you know, say, man, when you get like, whenever I would see shit like that, I would try to stop it because I know what the next step is. Once you disgrace a person to that degree, what else can they go do but get a firearm, bro? What else can they do?
Why the parents don't?
Mark, I would say
like,
with that situation, be careful because it said that he was in a gang. So
I'm just saying,
keep that
in general.
mind.
In general, though, if somebody getting the brakes beat off their ass right there in school or in the street right now, if I'm at the grocery store and you see somebody pummeling me like that, just know I'm reaching to get something out, and I'm coming up like this, my G, like that's it, and the law gonna say he was justified. They were beating the hell out of him, and yeah, I fear for my life. I can't let them stump me out and knock me unconscious and just choke me out and just do whatever. I don't know what they can do to me once I'm unconscious.
And then add an injury to insult. Add injury to insult. That wasn't a one-time thing. They had been doing him like that. So I'm saying eventually, like we know the results of that. Something's got to give. You know, but this is another thing. The school was made aware of it. The school was made aware of this happening. That's why the dude posted bail. That's why he ain't gonna get no jail time. He gonna get probation.
I hope so. Like I said, just keep in mind there's another side to that story.
I heard what you said.
No, I know. Hey, I know firsthand. I know firsthand.
Let everybody else talk.
What he's saying. That's why.
Queen P, Queen P. I'm okay. I'm okay. I didn't say no side of nothing. I'm just saying,
know firsthand.
It is. This man is talking. He's telling his story. I heard you the first time, but please, my sister, I don't want you to cut him off from his flow just to tell me to be careful. Like, I got a disclaimer at the video.
For everybody, just keep in mind there's another side. That's all.
It's always multiple sides. But I know what I saw on camera though.
Okay.
Gang or not, he's a child in school, or you know what I'm saying? Like, shouldn't be getting beat up like that.
Well, this is the thing. You got to understand the actions
also,
he
I
took.
don't know what happened before, after, during. I just know I don't want to send my child to school who's already probably misguided, obviously, if they want to be in a gang. And I don't want to say he's in a gang if I don't know that for certain. I'm not going to put that label on him. Because people will say you in a gang just from what neighborhood you from.
Just because you from a place and these are your friends.
You in a gang. I got gang affiliation. Just because I'm from this block. I ain't got shit to do with that. But they going to fuck with me every day in school because I'm from that block. And now I'm over here. Like, it's just, that don't mean I'm in no gang. So I want to be careful with that too, Queen P. That's what I'm saying. I heard you, but I got to take that with a grain of salt as well.
Yeah, and I just wanted to let you know, I'm not just saying it towards you. I'm saying it for everybody. Like, I wasn't saying it directly just to you only.
It don't matter though. It's cool. Cool.
We dealing with
I'm comfortable with my words. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to police nobody over here. These all grown folks. And I got a disclaimer at the beginning saying they are responsible for their own words.
The reason why I'm speaking is because, like I said, I know that school, Timberview. You know what I'm saying? I have people around that school who gave me the scoop, students in the school who told me what the deal was. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the young brother so-called, there's no gang banging in Mansfield. Let me just, for the record, Mansfield is a white suburb. There is no gang banging in Mansfield. None. But because Texas gun laws are so loose, people do have access to guns like that. And you have to understand, if this dude shot the other young brother, you know, then the first thing he went to go do was get a lawyer. What gang members do that? Go get got a lawyer on deck. Go get the lawyer. Then the lawyer advised him to turn himself in less than 24 hours. He posts bail. Because there has been a list of events that happened to him at that school that were egregious, and the parents were proactive in his defense. Hey, this is happening to our child. This is happening to our child. This is happening to our child. Then when it gets to where it gets to, that's the next logical step. If anybody that's been around violence like that, that's the next logical step. Once you beat a dude out his clothes, ain't no coming back from that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just from my limited time on earth. Whenever I seen some shit happen like that, I got way as far as I could because I knew what the next step was. You know, we didn't have guns like that, but niggas had knives. Niggas had bottles, bats, and you best believe them shits came out. Once you denigrate someone to that degree in front of the world, and then niggas is recording it today. See, we didn't record them. We was coming. They recording that shit today. Oh yeah, that's a different type of element that's finna get introduced. And that's a different type of element that's finna be introduced. And you know how I know them dudes don't know what the hell they doing? Because they didn't see the shit coming. Like I said, Mark, when we see when we see shit happen like that to somebody, we know what the next step. We know what the next step is finna be. I'm finna get the hell out of Dodge because I might get shot in the crossfire. I know what's coming next, and that's why I would try to stop it. Hey, bro, he don't want to fight no more. Leave him alone.
Right? No,
leave him alone, man. Hey, leave him alone, bro. He said he didn't want to fight. Leave him alone because. The one that's scared, oh, he'll do it. When you scared, man, come on, Mark. We seen scared dudes do crazy shit, boy.
Oh, I'm scared every day. Every day I walk out of here, I feel for my safety, my daughter's safety, and my wife's safety.
Hey, man.
I'm scared. Please, I don't want it. I don't want no drama.
Hey, man, I don't want say. That's why I tell people, say, man, I don't want no problems.
I know what I'm gonna do when I'm scared.
So I know exactly what I'm finna do. So I don't want no problems. I try to make peace within the community. Like, we need each other. Because I know if and one of you cross me, may Allah be with you. Because I'm going to show you he with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. And it's a damn shame that it has to be that way. It's a damn shame that the dysfunction of our communities to that level to where we wake up. Mark, Troy.
I'm gonna let you know, son. You did say something I disagree with earlier, though, when you were saying I don't really believe in white supremacy. I believe in white oppression, though. It's a very real thing.
Well, when I say white supremacy, I'm talking about the global system. I'm just saying the global. I'm not talking about the idea. I'm not saying the idea, but I'm talking about the actual paradigm.
Oh yeah, and I believe in the idea, and I believe in the system and the paradigm. What you're saying is true, but I think the wording is wrong.
Oh well, yeah. My more
of oppression.
Yeah, I mean,
we label it as supremacy, but because that's what.
Well, yeah, it's whatever you choose to identify with from a verbiage standpoint. I'm talking about that.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Can we change the tone a little bit? And I want to show you guys something funny.
Yeah, I want to comment.
Yeah. Hold that for me, man. This is funny as fuck, and this is what I think about this system, right? And this is hilarious. This is a guy impersonating a police officer. Trying to control somebody, and I guess the person halfway through he realized he might be talking to a reporter or a cop himself, like and he's fucking up. And it is funny to watch him go from being Billy Badass to like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get the hell up out of here before the police come. This is funny. I don't know if you call these Kens or Karens, but look at
what's that?
Can y'all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why are you filming me?
Hey, it's public property.
I don't give a what it is.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a free country, so you have a right to feel however you want.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to stop filming me, pal.
Are you a police officer?
Yeah, I am.
You are? What town are you a police officer with?
Never mind what town I'm a police officer.
You're live streaming right now.
Yeah, because I want them here.
Okay, well, you can call them if you like.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Okay.
They said you're mental.
Okay.
You don't want leave people alone.
Do you know what famous means?
What?
Do you know what famous means?
Yeah, I know what famous means.
Because you're about to be famous in auditing America. I just have a question. Why is there a light kit in the front of your vehicle?
That is none of your business either.
It's none of my business?
That's right.
I guess you're right. I mean, are you impersonating a police? You just told me you're a police officer.
You're goddamn right I am. You want to see the fucking badge?
Yes, please.
See?
I'm sorry. Could you pull that out again?
I don't need to see it any better than that.
That looks like a fireman's badge.
Uh-oh.
I don't care what it looks like.
Uh-oh. Got it.
Are you aware of the First Amendment?
Yeah, I'm aware of the First Amendment.
Do you know what it is, sir?
The freedom of the press, buddy. The freedom of the press, buddy.
Absolutely, that's actually very good.
He said very good.
Call the police. This man's stalking me.
Do you know that gives people the right to film in public?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know that you've identified yourself as a police officer on camera? So if the police do show up, I'll be happy to hand over that footage.
Yeah, you can hand it over to them.
Okay.
Because they can't do anything about that either.
Here we go.
Actually, that's a federal offense to impersonate a police officer. Yes.
Here we go. Here we go.
When did that become a federal offense, pal? Freedom of speech, anyhow. You don't know if I'm lying to you or not.
Well, once you identify yourself as a police officer, you've committed a felony.
Cook.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You think you're scaring me, don't you?
No, that's why I'm being very polite and very calm and considerate.
I want to see what you got filmed of me. You've been filming me since over to CBS, pal. I want to know what you're filming me for.
My own purposes. I don't answer questions.
Yeah, you don't answer questions.
That's right.
Okay. We'll find out what you're done doing, pal.
Okay.
If I find out you posted anything on Facebook.
I'm putting it on Facebook and YouTube.
And YouTube. Let's go.
Like that,
I am.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a promise.
Yo, hilarious. Motherfuckers just be out here trying to control people, yo.
Somebody's pop-out.
Oh my God, and got owned and was like, he's obviously faking being a police officer, yo. What do you guys think of that video?
Should have been arrested. He should have been arrested.
He is the epitome of never heard of it. Like, that's why, hey, I get it from him. Never heard of it. Like, I was in Boston, man. I didn't know that white people have projects in Boston, and the shit blew my mind.
Projects are global, babies. Hey,
No. What I'm saying is that they look like, imagine how our projects look, right? Yeah. But imagine that it's white people with goals and tatted. The shit blew my mind. And when the nigga called himself charged me up, he was like, the fuck you looking at? Where you from? I'm like, bitch, I'm from East Dallas, Texas. He said, never heard of it. He said, and he had a voice. He had a voice just like him. So that's why I get this shit from never heard of it. Like, he's the epitome of never heard of it.
I'm about to fall out and say, I can't breathe, bro. Oh shit, I can't breathe.
My brother told me, I told you my brother went to Boston College. He played football for Boston College. So he was like, we can't go over there. That's the white projects. I said, man, no motherfucking white projects. Man, get the fuck out of here. He said, no, I'm for real, bro. I'm for real. Man, I went over there and seen them old jump around. House of Pain look like they look like them niggas look like jump around. Jump up like them. They look like that, bro. He said, what the fuck are you doing around here? Where the fuck are you from? I'm like, bitch, I'm from East Dallas, Texas. That nigga said, never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Man, I'm gonna wake up everybody in the house. Oh my God, I'm dying laughing, man. I'm gonna wake up everybody in the house.
Yeah, but he had the exact same voice tone as that dude right there. I'm talking about the exact same. But I looked at my brother and was like, yeah, we need to leave, bro, because I've never witnessed. I'm used to hillbilly, you know what I'm saying, Blackfoot, you know what I'm saying?
He got the Elmer Fudd voice on your ass.
Say, bro, I looked at my brother and I'm like, yeah, we definitely need to leave. Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like this. This shit is this shit is creeping me out.
What's the timestamp for this shit? I gotta chop this. What's this, 150, 250?
Yeah, but that shit like that, he was the epitome of that. I'm talking about the epitome.
Anybody else got anything they want to add about that clip we just played? This is a guy who was obviously impersonating a police officer. Troy Graham, Queen P, girl behind the mic is here. My brother Megazar as well. What do you got? What is your take on that video?
That's crazy. As old as he is, and what?
Yo, he was wilding, yo.
I never understand that. Like, why even impersonate the police? Like, you want
to try to control
somebody,
to try to control the situation. Wow. Like, once I tell you I'm the police, you got to do what I say.
Wow. Yeah. Utterly crazy.
Yo, that is crazy.
This isn't the first time that this has happened, but I'm glad that, he ended up putting that man in his place and shutting him up.
Mhm.
Nah, he should be put in jail.
Go ahead,
Unfortunately,
that too.
I agree, Troy.
Yo, never heard of it. Yo, I love that shit. You know, I've been using it. I've been using your word. I stole it from you, man. But we sharing it though. It's both our bite. Where's your bite? But let me use it sometime to get to the stove, please. Cause that
Got
shit
to, bro.
is hilarious.
You got to, bro. You got
Oh
to,
my
bro.
god, that's hilarious. This right here is a video right here. It's kind of crazy, but it's good news. This officer is facing felony charges for a violent arrest, as he should. I'm gonna rewind this footage, but I want you guys to see just this freeze frame right here is pretty scary. Just seeing this freeze frame, right? You see what's about to happen, right?
Oh my gosh. I just saw. Oh my
You
gosh.
see the freeze frame, right? Now this guy's on the concrete. You see what is happening.
You could kill somebody like that.
Man.
You see what is happening. Now, I'm gonna rewind this and I'm gonna play the news clip. I think they're gonna stop it right here. You get what I'm saying? So that's why we can show this. This is courtesy of, let me do the drop for the news. This is courtesy of WTHR. WTHR. IMPD sergeant facing felony charges for violent arrests. All right, so let me take this from the tippity. I want you guys to give me your assessment on this, and because there's other officers there as well. As you know, he's the assistant officer. But let's play the tape.
The police. AMPD.
Tonight, it's the Metro police officer who's under arrest, who's charged with 2 felonies, and is getting kicked off the force.
The police chief called a news conference earlier today to show us what the body cameras on his officer captured.
We all know. Well, look, right?
My bad.
Investigate the use of force. Sergeant Huxley can be heard saying, quote, "I accidentally kicked him in his."
Now, there is more to show. The chief
Hold on,
said-
here we go. Let me get it right. Here we go. Let's do it.
Kicked off the force.
The police chief called a news conference earlier today to show us what the body cameras on his officer captured.
We all know. Well, look, right? We're not going to do this.
Now, there is more to show, but the chief said the video is difficult to watch.
Tonight, our Emily Longnecker picks up the story from here and what happened next, what sparked this scuffle, and how police now are handling it.
The video shows 3 officers arresting a man right here on Monument Circle last month. Turns out that man was homeless. Court records describe how he was yelling loudly here on the circle, leading to his arrest for disorderly conduct. What happened after officers got him on the ground, though, is the reason one of those officers is facing criminal charges and the possibility of being fired, while the other officers are facing an internal investigation and off the streets.
2 different angles of the same moment where IMPD says one of their own, Sergeant Eric Huxley, kicked a man in the face. That's Jermaine Vaughn on his back on the ground, handcuffed, right before he's kicked.
We're not going to do this, right? We're done.
Oh.
You're done.
Oh,
You're done.
shit.
You're done.
Oh, they did show it. Oh, shit.
On the ground, handcuffed, right before he's kicked.
We're not going to do this, right? We're done. You're done. You're done. You're done.
I promised this community and I promised our officers that I would be transparent. That's in good times and bad times. This is a bad time. But I think the community deserves it.
IMPD Chief Randy Taylor said he learned of the incident last week and immediately began an internal investigation. Officer Huxley now facing level 6 felony charges of official misconduct and battery is suspended without pay.
Let's go.
Chief Taylor has recommended to the IMPD Civilian Police Merit Board that Huxley be fired. The other 2 officers involved, Sergeant Christopher Kitty
Talking about
and
that's an
Officer Matthew
accident?
Schwartz,
No.
whose body cameras provided the footage you saw, are off the streets and under an internal investigation.
And he's already handcuffed.
Additionally, Chief Taylor says all past use of force incidents involving the 3 officers will be reviewed, as well as
Already
any use of
handcuffed.
force
That's
cases
crazy.
that Sergeant Huxley
That's
reviewed.
crazy. That's crazy. What's y'all take on that, man?
Let me say something first. There's people in life, that deserve death, and there's people who are just not worthy of death. That guy, that police officer, there's a lot of ways that he should suffer, and death ain't one of them. I really don't want to draw you a picture, but every day of his life, he should suffer, and they should lock him up with all the brothers that are never going to see sunset again, never going to see the sun again. All them brothers doing life that really don't care about nothing. They should lock him up with them, far away from his family, and then every day his ass should suffer. There's so many ways I could think of doing some wonderful, terrible things to him, but I don't want to paint that picture. But he's not worthy of death. I want him to live a full, painful, miserable life of pain until the good Lord takes him home, and I want him to die screaming. That's what I want. That to me is justice.
Anybody want to react to this? Excuse me. If you're just tuning in, we just learned this officer is facing felony charges for this violent arrest. As you can see, this is a homeless man who is handcuffed. He is walking up and assessing the scene, and this officer, as you can see, proceeds to stump his face. He looks like once he hit him, his head hits the concrete, of course, and he kind of blacked out. You know what I'm saying? With his eyes rolled back. He looked like a concussed when that happened. Clearly, right? Looked like a boxer taking a shot, and the guy's like, "We're done. We're done." His body clearly looked like it went limp. He didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Stump in the face, head hits the concrete, while handcuffed. Queen P, girl behind the mic. Let me hear what the ladies got to say.
I'm shocked. No, I don't think it was an accident. He did that shit on purpose. Like, why would you try to kick somebody who is handcuffed? They're not attacking you. He's on the ground. So what's the need of excessive force? Or that shouldn't be needed at all, to be quite honest.
Yeah, they said it's an act. He said it was an accident.
He lying.
He didn't mean to do it.
Lies.
This is clear. But what happened was, the body cam right here is not lying, man. Now we've seen situations where things happen as well, and they fight it tooth and nail. But Megazar, I'm sorry, girl behind the mic. What's your take on this? I'm sorry. Let me get it.
Yeah, it's shocking. I can't believe it. I mean, I really want to follow on the story and see. I mean, telling us that he's facing possible felony charges doesn't mean anything until he's sentenced for me. And I hope that's his fate. But I wish, the other cops need to be part of this. They need to be accessories. If that could have happened, I don't know what's going on with Derek Chauvin's accomplices, but they need to go too. They need to go. This is crazy. I mean, I'm shocked. I don't know. His face after that happened, he was in shock too. You could just tell his eyes are just glossed over. Like, what the heck
his
just
eyes
happened?
don't look like that after that happened.
Mm-mm.
See how his eyes look now? When you see that, all you see is the whites of his eyes after that.
It's horrible.
Yeah. He don't know what the fuck just happened. Megazar, talk to me.
Unfortunately, this is what we subjected to on a daily basis because the oppression system, or white supremacy. This is what we subjected to on a daily basis. Of course, he's gonna say it's an accident.
Your mic is rubbing your beard, I think. Or something.
Of course, he's gonna say it's an accident because they've been categorizing situations like this and shit they do to us as accidents. So I'm definitely not surprised. It's definitely unfortunate seeing this shit play out over and over. But I understand Troy's sentiment. I understand everyone's sentiment. But just think of the shockwaves it would send if somebody would stump him out on camera and say, "We're not taking this shit no more. We won't accept this no more."
That's
I'm just
too
saying
easy. Yeah.
No. I understand what you're saying, Troy. But I'm just saying, imagine the shockwaves that it would send if the same guy was caught on camera, handcuffed in a similar like fashion, and did the same way. We're not even saying kill him or torture him. If he was done the same way, just imagine the shockwaves it'll send. We're not taking this shit no more. What you do to us, we were done to you, and we willing to die on it. If we want to see some change, that's the shit we got to do. If not, prepare to have our hearts broken time and time and time again. You know, because this is shit that's gonna happen.
Well, let me jump in here real quick and just respond.
Go ahead.
It's not so much you know what it is? We're afraid of consequences, and and that's why we don't have a plan, and we're not strong enough to follow through if we really did have a good plan, because very few people are actually willing to go all the way. There's a lot of ways you could take that, because sometimes you have to die for what's right. Sometimes you have to live for what's right and do some things that might seem just nasty. Okay, listen. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna jump off because my soul is crossed up, so I can't. I don't want to stay. Let's just say that somebody told you had to kill 100 million people to save 1 billion. Would you do it? Yes, I would do it. I would do it easy. Yes, I would, and I wouldn't blink an eye either, because you could be righteous and do what's right, and right sometimes is a very heavy thing to carry, and that's what this generation is missing. We are all here because people died. We are all here because people were killed. You know that's a fact. There's a bunch of souls that float around that had to kill their children to free them from ever going back to slavery. There's a bunch of there's just a lot of pain to actually get you to where you want to go in life. But you have to be willing to take that consequence. If you got to murder, I gotta watch what I say. Well, fuck it, no, I don't. If you have to wipe out half of the world to save all of it, then. But I'm gone because I can't. No, my soul is crossed.
I appreciate you, man. All right. Check 1, check 2.
That's a harsh sentiment. Like I'm not prepared to. I can't make that judgment call, but I can make this one. He was 100% right when he said some of us are gonna have to die, some of us are gonna have to live. You know, and I'm not just gonna say this generation. Multiple generations have been this. I just can't single this generation out. Even though the Gen Xers was about that, and because they was about that, they developed crack and all kind of ill shit for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, nah, it's disheartening, but either we're gonna get it or we not. Like, that's where we at. And when I'm saying this is to none of the sisters. This is all for the brothers. This ain't to the sisters. But this shit on us, bro. Real talk. It's on us. You know? I believe me dying so my son wouldn't be subjected, so your children won't be subjected to that, Mark. To anybody, I believe that's a noble death, and that's a death we should line up to take. It's a noble death. Because what we giving our life for is greater than us. So as long as what we giving our life for is still here, we live. We'll still be here. And that's a noble death. And it's a death that our children can take going forth, knowing that my daddy died for this, so that'll give them that sense of support, that sense of appreciation, that sense of accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's just real talk.
Ladies, y'all, what y'all feel about that?
Yep, we just we got to start saying no, and we got to start pushing back. And I think it just starts with yes, this has been happening, and yes, it's time for a change. What I admire about the generation that's up and coming is the doxing culture. Some may not agree with me, but I love it. When people act out of pocket, they're showing up at people's doors. That's not my problem. That's all on them. You should have knew what you were doing. They're holding people accountable by marching down up and down the streets or whatever. But yeah, we need more tangible actions, right? We got it starts with us. In the last maybe 3-4 years, it just starts with us. We just got to stop saying this is not going to be the end all where it'll stop brutality and injustices and Black people being killed unjustly. But we got to start saying no. Okay, when you're in a park bird watching, you got to start saying no, not it's okay, I forgive her, it's no problem. No, we got to be savage about it. We got to start demanding on how to be treated as individuals. Just because people apologize doesn't mean we have to accept their apology. And that's the thing sometimes with the Black community that I don't understand. If we step on each other's shoes, we about to fight in the parking lot. But if somebody grabs their little kid's backpack coming from a bodega, you're going to force your kid to apologize to him. No, teach that kid to be savage. No, you don't apologize. You stand your ground. Start being savage. They already think we're savages. So start being savage. Start saying no. You don't have to accept. Why do we have to look good for the world? Or why do we have to tone it down for the world? Like that's why that stuff never happens to me. Because I'm ready. If you do something crazy to me, I'm not gonna sit up and be like, I understand, and I'm just gonna find the God in me to help me forgive you. No, I'm not taking the bigger route. I'm sick. We've been taking our ancestors took the bigger route, had got Africa stolen from them, and then the Black people in America, the Moors, they got treated as slaves when they were here because we've been taking the bigger route, being hospitable and inviting, and hey, it's okay. No more. It starts with us. We gotta, and it's not being mean. But then then again, what is being mean? Look at him. His face is getting stomped in the face. Now, if this man gets up here and says, well, I'm just gonna find it in God to forgive the officer, heck no, you ain't. We gotta stop. We gotta stop and realign our priorities. This has not gotten us far. All this stuff, turn your cheek to the right and forgive. That's for them. That was put in words so Massa could do what he could do. And no more. We don't want to apologize no more. You treat us wrongly, I'm gonna say what I feel back. That's how that should run. No filter. Just saying.
Okay. Are y'all familiar with the story of Jelani Day? Y'all heard about that?
Is he the geologist who was dead and now they recently finally decided to let it be known, even though they knew for a while?
I'm not sure. You just told me something, Queen P. Is that what it is?
I think so.
People were saying his organs were missing. But his mom actually came out and said it's not organ missing, but she said he was murdered. He didn't put himself in the river. Was he a geologist, you said? Is this the brother who was a geologist?
I believe so, but I could be wrong as well because there was two people when this was going on. There was two young Black men when this was happening. One was the geologist that was lost out in the wilderness, and then there was someone else.
Yo, while I'm pulling this up, how about that the dude, one of the guys who killed Ahmaud Arbery, wanted the court to not make his Confederate flag, make sure that's not admissible in the video, or he don't want that out there.
Right.
They also wanted to include his mental health, which I'm glad they took that out of the equation too.
Nah, I mean, because you got a lot of sense. You knew what you was doing.
No. This is for Aubrey. They wanted to include his mental health.
No. He ain't doing nothing wrong right now.
Okay.
He ain't deserve to die.
First tonight, a
So here we go.
report in the Chicago Sun-Times revealing some graphic details about the condition of Jelani Day's body. Thank you for watching. I'm Shelby Roberts. Marq Welch passed the night off. In September, that missing Illinois State University grad student's body was found in the Illinois River in Peru before it was officially identified nearly 3 weeks later. Today, Carmen Bolden Day, Jelani's mother, clarified some of what was revealed in that report by the Chicago Sun-Times. That report stated that the family's private forensic pathologist could not find a brain or other organs, including Day's liver or spleen. The family's attorney, Hallie Besner, said that the LaSalle County Coroner's Office's pathology report explained that the organs were, quote, completely liquefied. That report by the Chicago Sun-Times received lots of social media reaction, with some people questioning exactly what happened to Jelani. In response to those concerns, Day's mother said this in a statement, quote, "No organs were missing. I do not want to stray from the facts. There were contradicting facts from the first preliminary autopsy compared to the second independent autopsy. But this is not a case of organ harvesting."
Now that's what his mama's saying.
However, my son did not put himself in a river. My son was murdered, and my goal and purpose are to find out what happened and hold those responsible accountable.
All right, so that's the mama saying it wasn't organ harvesting. What do you guys think of what's going on? I see some people in the chat telling me it was organs were missing, but this is his mom. What do you guys? Somebody said organs were missing. Wow. I'm just playing the news clip. What do you guys think of the report based off the clip that you just heard? Matter of fact, hold what you got. Let me take this call. 903, you on the MIC. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey man, I'm calling down here from Texas, bro. Henderson, Texas.
For sure. What's your name, my G?
Hey man, my name Caden, bro. Caden Wilson. You can call me Wilson though.
All right, Mr. Wilson. Give me your take. How you feel? What's going on? You got the floor.
Oh man, see man, I'm sitting here watching your video, bro, lighting the blunt, man. Your shit. Hell yeah, bro. That's how you get my high going right there.
For sure. Give me your take on the topic. What you got?
Shit, man. I was fucking this bitch last night, bro. Man, her booty feel like straight tuna, man. Like, on me, bro. I had to tell that bitch to take a motherfucking shower, bro. Like, I wasn't even playing with you. Like, I had to hold my motherfucking breath, like.
Yeah, man, he kind of blowing my high right now. We ain't even on that right now. This dude, he on straight.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
I'll holler at him later.
Mark, can I just clarify quickly?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
ahead.
I mixed I mixed Mr. Day up with Daniel Robinson. That's the young man who's missing in Arizona. So I'm sorry. And Mr. Day was going for a master's degree in speech pathology.
Absolutely. Patrice O'Neal got this joke. Where he was like, where he said, you can tell how much value you have is when you go missing. How long do people look for you? And it's on his special. It's because he was like you're a beautiful sister. I mean, I would care. I would be looking for you, but she's Nancy Grace. 5 days a week, 6 weeks, headline story. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny because when the thing happened with the young lady who was found, fortunately, thank God, her family can get some closure. They at least can start figuring out what happened and bring people responsible. But man, the whole country got behind that shit. But black girls go missing all the time, and it's like she must have ran away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, she was a runaway. Look at her.
Don't get me started on that. They won't even consider this monster a perpetrator.
Mark, you and your calls, man. You gonna make me jump off the panel.
No, you better not. If you got something insightful to say, you better say it.
Well,
But that's what I was saying about that whole Gabby Petito stuff. You got the whole entire world looking, we're looking for her, looking for him, but
I'm so
pisses me
irritated with
off.
that case. How y'all let this man go?
They let
Y'all
him
didn't
go.
want to hold him.
They
Now
let him
he
go.
over here in the damn woods, and he can survive in the woods.
They
So
gave
now
him a
his
head
ass
start.
is out there. Yeah, literally, he has a
Mhm.
head start. That motherfucker is out there, and police can't find him.
Talking about some, we didn't have anything to hold him on. You find probable cause on us. If I have an
Agreed.
air freshener hanging on my rear view mirror, if I sneeze, it's probable cause. And you tell me you couldn't find that one probable cause to hold him. I see how it goes.
And even if they couldn't and they let him out, you tell me nobody surveillance the house. You ain't had nobody watching like you
Nobody.
have with everybody else. Like I don't know if you remember the thing that happened with Saisha. What's her name?
Mhm.
Masato. You
Yep.
know how they had people surveillance in her house.
Mhm.
She finally got her son back.
Yep.
Finally.
And so we talk about like the system, the white supremacy system. I believe it's a system. And for me, along the lines of what's her name? Joy Reid. She came out, I call it propaganda, mainstream media, came out on a clip because I saw it on Instagram saying white girl something. She called out the white girl, what she say, white girl missing syndrome. And this is a good example. I was like, Joy Reid, sis, you is a whole nigga. You black. You are black. And I have never once heard Joy Reid talk about not one missing black girl because you got the power. She is on MSNBC, whatever it's called. That's a big platform.
MSNBC.
MSNBC, where's your section? Like that's how I was like looking at the Instagram post and everybody's like, yeah, it's true. It is white girl, whatever she say, missing, whatever syndrome they called it. But I'm like, how can you
But
be a hypocrite?
but let's be clear though. Joy Reid is a talking head though. Like she's on MSNBC. Like that's like me going to McDonald's and I'm telling them like y'all telling me, Marq Nash, you black. You should be telling them they need better sauce on the McRib.
So she should have said the propaganda.
Like,
Shut
you
up.
get what
Don't
I'm
say it.
saying?
Mainstream media is mainstream media. She has an outlet. She's powerful. She has a talk show. She could talk to her peoples and say, can I get 5 minutes to talk about a missing black girl on each segment? I want to be the change. And I'm not here to dictate how she should
Do
run
we
her
know she
career.
didn't try and didn't
Then
succeed
she
at that?
shouldn't talk about white girl syndrome because to me, propaganda like that miscommunicates to the world. Because when I saw 250,000 likes on Instagram and plethora of comments saying, yeah, it's true. All black people saying it's true. And I'm thinking, guys, let's think about this propaganda. She's just dropped propaganda in her mind, yet she sits on mainstream media. She has the ability to influence. Don't get people have your emotions riled up for nothing. She has the ability to influence. Whether she went to her leader servants or whatever and asked and they say no, then don't say anything about it. Because see, accountability, I hold her accountable. I hold black media anchors, people with platforms, just like you would see on YouTube, people with large platforms. You are responsible for the messaging you put out there. Don't forget that between the Hutu and the Tutsi, that war was started by a person, a radio personality. So I hold people that have big platforms responsible, and I hold Joy Reid accountable. She has a job to do too. Heck, she ain't got to say it on MSNBC. She could start a YouTube channel. Boom. Kelly Megan's doing it. Boom. That's how you solve a problem.
Yeah, but she's been conditioned not to take risk because that's how she got the job on
Exactly.
there anyway. She's been conditioned not, and I wouldn't consider taking risk. Like when the Trayvon Martin saga was at its height, our President Obama said, if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. And you know what I said? Nigga, so what would you do though if that happened to your son?
Right.
Like, what would you do? That okay? All right, yeah, okay, you're right. But what would you do? You know, and it gets to a point to where it's like, excuse the terminology because it's women on the book. At one point, when you let your nuts hang, for lack of better words? When did you activate testicular fortitude? because the sisters have been activating the ovarian audacity for the longest. They just need the man to activate the testicular fortitude. This scourge of our sisters going missing for the organ harvesting.
Go ahead. D-Ray, mute your mic. Let him finish his thoughts, D-Ray.
For organ harvesting, this is a real thing. And at the height of the Me Too movement, I would see these black women put pussy hats on their head. That's what they're called. They're like crochet hats, and they call them pussy hats.
Really? I never heard of that.
Yeah, they even put one on Harriet Tubman, and I'm like, at one point, do you not see that these motherfuckers are mocking you? At one point, do you not see that they said not one thing about these missing, about the real Me Too, about these missing women who's gonna die, and not you motherfuckers that's on the casting couch with a weirdo like Harvey Weinstein, motherfucker? You know what you're getting into when you sit and you walk aside him. But now all of a sudden, I was a part of it. Man, you knew what you was getting into. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Or you Terry Crews, yeah, he grabbed me because I knew that if I did something back, he would be like, say, bro, at one point do you have enough fucking money? And you stand up and be a goddamn man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? My thing is, Terry Crews, you talk that Me Too shit, but why aren't you talking about the black women that's disappearing? Since you want to ride in on all the shit that's going on, you could have inserted yourself, the 6'5", 254% body fat. In every interview, not every interview, but every movie, they chant you out as the big strap-it Negro, making your chest jump. You in all the Old Spice videos, half-ass naked, showing your six-pack. When are you gonna activate that strength? Or you just a big fucking bozo, and they're gonna make a fool out of you every time they trounce you out? Because you get to host a talk show You get to host a talk show. Who wants to be a billionaire? Who wants to be a fucking man? They won't ever let you host that show. Yeah, man, this thing is a scourge with our women. This thing is a scourge with our women, man.
I fucking love it. I'm sorry, yo. I fucking love it. D-Ray, hold up. Let me take this call. D-Ray, you got 2 minutes on the clock. Go ahead, my G. Get your bars off. Go ahead, my G. You got the floor.
Hey, man, I ain't got too much to say, bro, because I was trying to hear something about some hats he was talking about, but I had to, put it on mute so I wouldn't mess up when you came.
All right, go ahead.
But
you got the floor. It's good.
Yeah. Salute, man. Great panel on the show, bro. I got 145 left or so. But anyway, what was the thing that you were talking about? Was like the holding accountable thing? Because I think every other subject, bro, you and the panel have cooked it and it's well done, bro. But now, what was that holding the accountable? Is that like for the hood or the?
What it mean to you? It's a loaded question. I like to load the questions up so you guys can interpret it as you will.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand the parameters of the subject matter, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Get it deep, though, Marq Nash. Hey, everybody subscribe and like, share out there. Hey, bro, yeah. I'm just wondering though, right? It's like, is it that they, make amends to what they do, or do they try to capitalize in a capitalistic society on, the ways that they can get around and build up empires or whatever, man. I mean, and that's just, speaks to the whole thing, bro, is that we got to keep faith in God, bro, and him number one, bro, because whenever he is replaced by something, bro, less than that, we find ourselves in trouble, bro. You know what I mean? And I think that's and originally, man, I had called in about the I think it was the family the in-laws, right, about who's riding in the car and all that, man. So I thought it was pretty funny, bro. But next time, man, hey, everybody out there, y'all run that playback game up, because I got to check out those hats and see what's up, man. Wrapping it up. Peace.
My guy, D-Ray. Hey, look, explain them hats, man.
Yeah, well, cause see, when they first did the Me Too movement, you had these third generation feminists, and you have to clarify which generation feminist it is, because the first generation of feminists was they just wanted to be treated like humans. You know what I'm saying? Like they just wanted to be treated with humans, and the message was never mixed up. They knew who was oppressing them, and it was their white counterparts. Now you get to the third generation of feminists who, at this point, I believe it's just a whipping, a media whipping frenzy. So they have black women actually thinking black men don't have, black men ain't the leaders of these Fortune 500 companies. That's white zaddy. We're not at the helm of our women's financial independence. We're not funding that. Somebody else is doing that. So how do we get drug into that? You know what I'm saying? So they drugged the black women in, and they crocheted these hats that were pink, and they called them pussy hats. Synonymous for pussy power and women power. You know, all that wild, off the wall, stupid shit that ain't got nothing to do with the true mission statement of what feminists are with. So just like everything, the true mission statement gets hijacked. Then you got the LGBTQ, they infuse their people into it. So they put in these crocheted hats that are pink pussy hats. They put them on Harriet Tubman. I got a problem with that. As a black woman, you don't allow you snatch that shit right off of that statue. You see that shit, you snatch that shit right off that statue. Look here, whatever symbolism this have for you and your people, go put that bitch on George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. Don't put that shit on Harriet Tubman. She got a hat on her head. You know what I'm saying? She had the hat of a maid of what our women went through, but she was a top soldier. She was a fucking general. You don't allow that disrespect to happen. But because we don't understand and we've been made enemies of one another, I'm talking about black men and women, we've been made enemies of one another, we'll allow a third party to come in and interpret our problems. How the fuck can someone interpret our problems for us when she had generations long problems with her own fucking man? You know what I'm saying? This has been a generational thing there's been a dysfunction in their family since the beginning. So how are you going to allow them to interpret what's going on to you? Sweetheart, we've been at the bottom rung. Don't let them fool you into thinking now that you got a little bit of bread that can be taken from you. Come on, like, what are we doing here? But not one time during this Me Too movement, nobody uttered their mouth to say anything about these missing sisters in Baltimore, in the DC area, in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, in the Midwest. No one ever raised their voice to say anything.
Hell, ain't nobody raising their voice about those who have been trafficked, and they did like a police bust too.
Yeah,
when you see the number of people.
It's what about the sister that was the one that was the most prominent we all heard was the one in Chicago, with the sister that was in Chicago, who was in it was some type of deep freezer type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about. She was at a party. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, come on, bro.
Now that was just crazy. I was like,
it's just one of them things where it's like, come on, bro. Like, really? Come on, Me Too movement. Like, nah. And then the thing.
Yeah, because you saw her. I'm sorry, because you first saw her and she was on like alive, and then all of a sudden you see her like being taken somewhere. I'm like, what in the blue? Oh, yeah. Confusion. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Jenkins.
Come on, man. We're living in a time. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I'm in the South. So in order to win religious debates when I was younger in Islam, I learned the Bible thoroughly, because most people who abide by the Bible can't tell you what the hell is in it, which is oxymoronic. I'm not going there. Like, this isn't a disparaging comment to my Christian family, but the brother was saying we need to put God first. I agree with that, but everyone doesn't interpret God the same way. So what we need to do is highlight principles. And we need to highlight certain behavior that when you do this is putting God first. Because this whole notion of putting God first in this theoretical sense, that shit ain't working for us. It's not working. It's not working. So God needs to be identified through principles and systems of behavior. That's for the good of us first. Then we can worry about everybody else. Then we can be philanthropic and help everybody else. But man, we ain't in no position to help no damn body. We need to get our shit straight first. So I believe that God need to be identified with principles and systems that govern behavior for the better. I'm not sitting here saying that. I'm talking about just the outlandish shit we're doing to one another. Shit gotta stop. If we're to put God first. Or we'll do the proverbial put God first, which is what we're doing now proverbially, but murder is what's first. Heavy drug use is what's first. Alcoholism is what's first. Verbal abuse is what's first. That's what's first. So now we can't keep operating under this same guise of putting God first. Because it's one thing I do know about. When God is really in your life, you ain't the same nigga no more. You can't allow to be. According to the Bible, God, he makes all new. That means you're not gonna be the same old nigga. You're gonna be something different. And the growth is gonna be able to be seen because it's an action that's gonna be activated. You know what I'm saying? When you're under the light of the sun, the S-U-N and the S-O-N, nothing stays the same. It's activity. The earth is 93 million miles away from the sun. But when the sun strikes the earth on its equator, the earth begins to spin at 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour. Every planet does. Because the earth is leaning 23 degrees to the plane of its orbit once it struck on its equator. The mind, once it struck on the balance beam, it moves at 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour. Because it has to activate. So when you're under the light of the sun, you can't stay the same nigga.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You threw some niggas off with that math, bro. You threw some people off with the mathematics. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I love it, though. I fucking love it. Yo, man, y'all watching Breaking the Beats. Y'all already know it's viewer's choice. So, yeah, man, sometimes, we start here and we end up there. Somebody sent a couple things. JT 9000, what up? Somebody sent something. Queen P, what's this here in the private chat? This is a story from the chat. It's viewer choice. So somebody in the chat put a story up that we need to do. Or what's
My
that?
bad. No. So basically, what I sent in the private chat was one about the Jelani Day's mom about the autopsy showing organs, but then I also put in the private chat. I had mixed him up with another young black man who was missing, was reported missing around the same time, which was Daniel Robinson. And then the last thing I put in was what Black Warrior Spirit was talking about with a black man in California. He was unarmed. He was shot 7 times by the police while being called the N-word. And this
Do you
happened.
have some?
Yeah,
sorry. Go
the
ahead.
article is the last one.
Yeah, I saw that. Which one do we need? Because is this something different from what I showed, where his mom said the organs were not missing?
Oh,
because I showed something where is she now saying they are missing? They were missing.
I'm not sure. It said that she set the record straight, and this was published on the 12th. So
did you hear the video in the clip I played earlier about the mom?
Yeah, okay. This one has like an officer talking about it, but she says no organs were missing. She said, I don't want to stray off from the facts. There were contradicting facts from the first preliminary autopsy compared to the second independent autopsy, but this is not a case of organ harvesting. However, my son did not put himself in a river.
He was murdered, and I want to hold people accountable. Yeah, we played that. We did.
Okay, so it's about the same. But the last two was just the situation with geologist Daniel Robinson. That's who's a geologist who's missing in Arizona. And that's who I mixed him up with. And I was just clarifying that. And then the last incident was what Black Warrior Spirit was talking about. That happened earlier.
What is this one?
Which one?
What
The
is
last
that?
one?
Yeah, I got this. I'll share the screen. What is this right here? Black Warrior put up.
Basically about an unarmed man who was shot 7 times by the police while being called the N-word. And this happened in Stockton, California.
Wow. So the police shot him 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And they're trying to figure out if it's a hate crime.
They're considering to investigate possible hate crime.
Can you hear him calling him a nigga while he's shooting him? I think that's the quality. Here we go. Unarmed black man shot 7 times while being called the N-word. California police investigate possible hate crime. Stockton police have described the gunman as a white man in his 30s driving a pickup truck, and there is a $10,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
Okay,
So,
good for clarifying. Thank you.
so
That's
this
what I
isn't
went to
the
look it up.
police.
No, it's
Stockton
not.
No, you're good. Stockton, California police are investigating a possible hate crime after a black man was shot 7 times by a white man he did not know after a traffic incident turned violent. On October the 8th, Bobby Gill, age 45, had just finished his construction job when he saw a man speeding through the parking lot of a North Stockton restaurant. According to his brother, Marlon Gill, he then told the man to slow down. The man then abruptly jumped out of his pickup truck, started calling Gill the N-word. Then he opened fire. Gill was shot in his throat, upper arm, shoulder, and face, but luckily survived the attack by hiding under his truck. Stockton police have described the gunman as a white man in his 30s driving a pickup truck, and there is a $10,000 reward for information. Damn, they don't give a fuck about him. $10,000, that's it. They don't even want him off the streets. Police also have put a photo and a description of the gunman that were captured on surveillance video in front of Wells Fargo Bank, located near the shooting. Now, they supposed to backtrack all of this shit, like the next camera over and the next camera over. They ain't doing that. To find them, this picture ain't worth shit right here.
Right. They're gonna give you a side view elevation with no license plate on it.
They don't put the Instagram tilt on the camera. Like, they don't hit them with the tilt. Let me see, man. What is going on here? Shout out to my guy Ricky Williams, just pulled up. Ricky Williams himself, man. Hey, Ricky, I overslept tonight, man, so I missed your show, man. But I shared the link when I woke up. That's why I was late, man. Overslept, man. Sometimes life beats you up. But I definitely missed the show, man. But damn, man. I saw the title. I got to go back and watch it.
Hey, peace, young guy. How you doing, man?
Man, hey, brother. Anytime you pull up, I'm strapped in, ready. I was finna check out, but I gotta see. I gotta get them jewels now. So yeah,
I wanted to speak on what you was just covering, young God, on about that feminism, bro. Like it's like let me tell you how y'all sisters. Like, and I want to agree with you. And is it okay if I backtrack, Mark? I apologize.
Take your time, man. And take your time. You got it.
All right. But first and foremost, peace to the gods and the goddesses. You know what I'm saying? I call you that because that's what you are, right? So let me tell you how they play us, bro. Like how they play both sides of the field. First and foremost, what Megan's always talking about, it's not our women's job, bro. That's the whole problem. Y'all, we've been letting our women lead for too long, bro. Right? It's not even in y'all nature to be violent like that. It's not in y'all nature, bro. It's like when you with your girl, she always quick to tell you, hey, don't do that. Stop. Don't be fighting. Don't be arguing, right? It's not in y'all nature to even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to check my girl all the time when we go somewhere and I'm talking with a dude, you know what I'm saying? She be like, don't grab me, bro. You don't know what might happen. It's just stay in your space, stay in your spot right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to allow your man to express his masculinity, bro. The only thing that stops another man from doing something to y'all is the threat of violence from another man. That's it. That's it, right? But when you was talking about the feminism and the pussy hats and shit, let me show you how y'all play how they play our women against us and against themselves, right? Now, again, in my personal opinion right now, God, it's like all women in all factions and all nations, bro, got some type of invisible connection that no matter what, right or wrong, they riding for each other. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's the sisterhood. You go, girl, all this shit, right? But let me tell you how they play y'all. right? Think about it. Let's see you hear a rape case, right? Or a sexual assault case on the news, right? Something big, something major. You know, let's say the Tupac Shakur, let's say the Mike Tyson shit, right? Right? That's the only time you will say that they'll put a black woman in a position of vulnerability. When the rape or the assault is to take out some guy that has some type of statue or some type of name, at that point they'll put a black woman in a nun's dress. She the nicest girl you ever seen, right? She ain't never had no train ran over. She ain't never been in no party and went crazy, got drunk, nothing, right? But let it be some basic black dude, and it's a Becky on the news. Even though the Becky done sucked 12 dicks, they got trains run out of there, they'll roll her out there like she a fucking nun. My daughter would never do this. She's a straight A student. She just happened to get drunk that night. They gave her a drink and slipped something in her drinking. God knows what happened. Even though this girl been a hoe at 20 parties and everybody on the college campus know. Right? But if it's a white dude like Harvey Weinstein or somebody else that assaulted a black woman, y'all won't even hear the story. No records, no nothing. The shit get thrown out before it even hit the court. Right? What our people need to learn, bro, these people are our enemies. They're women and they're men. Now, and to be honest with y'all, the white woman is deadlier than the white man because they're the teacher of the children. They are the teacher of the children. These children learn it from somewhere. Is it from the father? Yes. But if it is the father's message, it's imputed to them by the mother. It's imbued into them by the mother. But these y'all girlfriends, right? These the women y'all letting y'all house around y'all men. Right? These are the women that y'all listen to in y'all powwows and take advice from. You can't be a moral person in an immoral war. There's no morality when dealing with an immoral person. You do what you need to do to get the job done. And if it's fallout, you deal with it after the fact. But if y'all don't see it's a spiritual war going on for the lives and souls of you and your children, you sleep out here. They programming your kids right now. The new Superman is bisexual. The new Superman is bisexual. Every cartoon you see on the Cartoon Network, the Disney Channel, got somebody that's gay or homosexual in it. But there's no conspiracies, right?
Okay, well, look, anybody got anything they want to add to that? I did have another story I wanted y'all to take on too.
I mean, I just want to say,
but it's kind of on the same lines. But this is dealing with a black sheriff here, Clayton County, where I was a resident at for a short time. But Clayton County Sheriff Victor Hill wants his job back. He had some charges, and the governor suspended him as sheriff. But he said I should have went back to work in September. And I'm gonna play the tip clip of the lady. This should be here because me and my wife, this is one of those things. You know how when they say you believe we gotta believe all women and believe the venom. There's some things like that. I don't know. I want the ladies' take on it as well, but I don't want to lead the witness. But y'all got the floor on what Ricky was saying before I go to the next story.
Well, I wanted to say absolutely on what Ricky was saying, and earlier when Megazar was talking as well about the pink hats, I definitely wanted to chime in and say, Okay. I don't see personally. I don't participate in movements. I've just never done. I don't. I'm gonna get flack for this. I'm not a feminist. I know I was born biologically woman. I don't have to remind the world that I got boobs and a woman part and that they should see me because I feel that there has not been a movement to represent whether it be black women or black men. So here's my problem or my issue with this whole pink hat movement, feminist march. Believe it or not, in 2017, it held 3.3 million to 5.2 million people in 653 U.S. locations, making it the largest single day protest. There's a lot of black women. Globally, there's issues everywhere. Nationally, there's issues everywhere. But what I wanted to do was heed or caution sisters. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you're pro-feminism, you're a feminist, great for you. Do what rocks your boat, but take heed and take notes in movements that are this big and do not represent you. We have here on the NPR article, it talks about tens and thousands of black girls are missing every year. And when you have that many people marching, 5.2 million in one setting, what change has come about for the black woman, whether it's in the job section, the actresses still complain about being paid less than their white female counterparts. So are we being used as pawns all over again and continually as pawns? The culture has been stolen, and we're gonna act like we have a Me Too movement started by a black woman, but who is it representing? So I think we have to be cautious when we start talking about feminism and for being feminists. If you Google articles, how most women still get paid less than their male counterparts. I know it was true for my experience. However, just be cautious of these movements you align yourself with. It's not for publicity. You got to realize the agenda and or propaganda that's based behind it. I didn't see a reflection in the pink hat movement. I don't support the pink hat movement. I don't have to express to the world what I am, who I am. I stand in my femininity as I am. And absolutely true. There is a fight for me, for women, and there's a fight definitely for men. And I don't want men's fight at all. And I'd rather stand behind or beside a man to help us through this fight or whatever fight.
I agree 100% with how sis eloquently stated that. And like I wanted to say to like I said, I'm gonna change the name up. The goddess behind the mic and Queen P. You know, the fact that when y'all come here, you always keep it graceful, cheerful. That says enough about you to me right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Once I see the fact that Queen P is always helpful. She's damn near like she's the true moderator, the true wrench. And you know, goddess behind the mic always act that other spectrum, that other realm of femininity that, you know, this Mark, myself, and shit, we alphas in the real sense, like not in the Caucasian. I'm really a beta, but I'm acting as alpha, so I'm acting out. No, we talking about the alkaline masculinity. That's the alpha that electrifies and stimulates other men. You know, when a lion roar, he wakes up the other lions type shit. So now we definitely, everything Big Bro said, I'm pretty much in agreement all the time. Is that who wants to be a man? Like Terry Crews will host any show except for that one. Who wants to really fucking be a man? Nigga grab you by the testicles and you on TV crying. Fuck. Type of image is that? I gotta explain to my son, hey Raheem, we don't do that. If anybody grab you right there, you better knock fire from their ass, and you won't get in trouble. And I tell his mom, well, he needs to understand. I said, look here, sweetheart, you know how I said, when something is already skewed, the only way to balance it is to skew it back. When something is skewed, like they learned about Christopher Columbus, I said, that's a cracker, Raheem. And his mom was like, don't say that, don't say that. I said, no, he needs to know it just like that, because it's shocked by it. That's a cracker, son. That ain't give a damn, and he was so dumb, he didn't know where he was going. And call these people here Indians, because he was looking for India. And I was like, nah, he needs to know. What if he say that in class? Oh, he got a pass from his daddy. I said, you know why? Because that'll inspire the other children, whether they laugh. No, they need to make a mockery of that shit. This the shit we need to make a mockery out of. Because when they tried to teach me this shit in school, this is when I fell asleep. This is when I acted up because it just didn't agree with me internally.
Now, Megazard, just expect that the school might call you to come on down now.
Oh, yeah. Then I take responsibility for that. And I'll be like, is cracker a racist term or is it an actual real fucking term? Because it's a real term that you use to describe an enslaver. So yeah, it's a real term. Then we'll have to really deal. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I want them to know that, yeah, my son gonna be on y'all ass, and I'm not only is he on it, I'm on your ass. I'm a real father. You know what I'm saying? So not only I want to ignite the other men around, because sometimes that's all we fucking need is to see another man fight. Sometimes that's all we need is to see another man fight, and we'll fall right in line because we just can't help it. That's all I got to say on that.
I mean, what I look, man. Contrary to what's going on today, men and women have definite roles in nature. That's the problem. We are not equal. Yeah, do I hold your feelings and consideration equal to mine? Yes. Right? Do I consider your feelings in the actions that I do as you as my wife, right? As my rib? Do I consider you an equal part? Yes, but we're not equal. My wife don't deal with men. That's not her job. If a man say something disrespectful, my wife knows not to say nothing to him. Give me 1 second. Let me call my husband. I don't deal with disrespectful women. Hold on. You gonna sit right here and wait for my wife? You gonna wait for my wife? Right? That's the problem, bro.
She might not wait for your wife, Ricky. She might just flee.
Again, that's her option. But what I'm saying is the problem with us is that society is trying to shape us to be unnatural. And believe it or not, that's going against God. That's what these people do. Everything they do is anti-God. It doesn't matter what your definition of God is. They're anti-it. Right? A man was supposed to be a tamed beast. He should be able to release that beast at any time his family or his livelihood is threatened. But a lot of these dudes, because y'all so sensitive in the panties, y'all grass lions, bro. That's just the truth of the matter. I don't care. Mark, you done heard me say this before. Let somebody harm somebody in my family intentionally. I'm okay with going to jail. I'm okay with laying down, but I'm laying you down. I raised sons. I raised men. I set an example for my kids. And I need to let my sons know. My sons already know. If a cop stop you and the shit go wrong, I'm coming blast. You ain't gonna have to come looking for me. Because that's what men respect. Men, especially men in power, respect two things: power and violence. That's it. Power and violence, bro. And if I happen to go down defending my family or proving a point to a motherfucker that you ain't gonna be able to do this to my family without some type of repercussion, it's what it is. I don't go out of my way to harm no one, no man. I don't do it. Right? I have to stand in honor at all times. But if you harm my family, I'm coming for you with my teeth bare and claws attached. You gonna see me. I don't give a fuck if you Joe Biden. You gonna see me.
Okay.
I came out of my mama hole the same way another man came out my mama hole. What make you greater than anybody else?
I was going to comment on what Megazar said earlier a little bit. I wanted to let Ricky finish, though, before I said anything.
The fight doctor said a human being is not a tame beast. A human being is supposed to be God having a human experience. If you look in the Webster Dictionary, a human being is defined as a monster, right? So again, you are simply a shell with the spirit of God within you. But even the dog know to defend itself.
Go ahead, Queen P, get your bars off.
All I was gonna say with Megazar is I agree with some of the things he was saying in regards to the situation with Terry Crews, but I wonder if the reason why he probably was restricted in regards to doing as much is it because these are executives who can blacklist him in the industry. Because remember, he's the breadwinner. I don't know if you guys know, but he had a TV show with his family, and you got his wife, you got his kids, and then he's paying for his kids to go to school. So I wonder if those are also factors that he was considering too. Granted, he should fight back. I'm not gonna disagree on that, but I wonder if the other half is the potential of being blacklisted and not making money, therefore you're not able to provide for your family. Granted, he can get a job elsewhere. True enough.
Got a question from the chat. Do you feel C-19 was implemented to push for artificial intelligence to eradicate both lower classes, middle, and working to create a new slave race? Anybody want to answer that? Feel free. Shout out to Freddie. Welcome to the neighborhood. If I see you in the chat, that means you are a new subscriber. So, or you already a subscriber. So thank you guys so much for pulling up. Thanks for your time and your energy. Anybody want to answer that? I see a girl behind the mic actually replied to him. What? Go for it.
I don't want to get canceled. Just teasing, just joking. I mean, listen, my mind goes really far and beyond, so I try to be really light about it. My main concern is just that it's weird. Okay, it's just the whole entire thing has just been out of the normal. I've never in my life known of politicians to pander a vaccine, a C-19 vax or whatever we want to call it, the V shot. So it's just it's a lot of weird circumstances around it that are not, for me personally, just very questionable moments. And I'm still searching for the outcome. Trust me, I'm reading the propaganda. I'm reading all kinds of books. There's another book too to do with it. I'm watching a lot of videos by scientists that were they were on board with Fauci when they created HIV virus. So it's interesting. So I mean, it's interesting. So I'm still searching. I have an idea, but I'm still searching.
Anybody else? Want to speak on the question from the chat? It's viewer's choice. So whatever you guys want to talk about, it's all free game. Anybody have any take on the vid that they wanted to give that opinion on?
Yeah, I think it was created for being created for weaponry, biological weaponry, doing military stances. The COVID-19 is not naturally occurring. It's a patent for it, meaning that it was invented. Nothing in nature can be patented, right? So no matter what happened or what it's being used for now, it was designed to be used to kill people. So it could be any iteration that these psychopaths can think of to either control the population, incite civil unrest, give them a way to take away more of your rights. Take your pick.
Fair enough. Yeah, man. Anybody got anything else that I didn't admit that we need to go over, or we want to touch on, or anybody want to speak on anything that we forgot to touch on, or if anybody wanted to go back to any of those other topics that we talked about, or give me your final thoughts on anything, man. This is the time. Final thoughts. Let's get it. Queen P, girl behind the mic. Yeah, anybody.
You asking us, what are your thoughts, sir?
About which part? I've been enjoying the conversation. I told y'all sometimes I'm a fan of the show myself. Well, I'm not sometimes. Well, sometimes I say it a lot, but I'm a fan of the show. I like to sit back and listen. I definitely believe it's something that was created in a lab. I definitely believe that. Okay. Now, who's responsible for what goes there? I definitely believe it's a real thing. Yeah. So I tell people to be safe however you
you need to do it, however you need to do as far as precautions. I don't tell people whether they should get the jab or not get the jab. Tell them to do what's best for you, because I don't tell people they should and shouldn't smoke cigarettes. They shouldn't drink Hennessy or smoke rocks. Live you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't tell my homie you should stop cheating on your wife. I'd say it once, but I say it twice. But after that, like, don't, my nigga, I can't be rocking with you on that fuck shit. Like, don't be calling me like at 2 a.m. say I've been with you all night. No, you ain't been with me all night, bro. Nah, don't call me for that shit. Own up, be a man about that shit, my nigga. Face that music. However you need to do it, face that music. But don't be calling me about that shit. I ain't with none of that corny shit. Too old for that, homie. Too old for that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't high school. Go there and tell your wife what the fuck the real for real is and face the consequences. Don't be calling me, put me in the middle of that shit. And our families know each other. Like, come on, bro. My wife know I ain't been with you. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, this shit don't make sense. So yeah, I kind of went on a tangent right there. Sorry. Just rambling. But it's all love on this side with everybody. But it was something, man. I had some other stories I wanted to talk about, but it's all good. We can do it on the next one. Definitely can do it on the next one. Anybody got anything they want to plug? I know, girl behind the mic, you said you got a book tonight. I heard that. Definitely tell people where they can get the book at. I don't see the link in the private chat, though I asked for it. Do you got the link for the book? You can put it in the private chat so I can post it up here. While we doing that, Queen P, give me your final thoughts on everything we talked about tonight, my sister, or whatever.
The first topic I think we already discussed. That was about is it important to get along with your in-laws? I feel like it is important, but I'm not gonna have that as the end all be all. I mean, it will be a lot nicer and smoother if you do get along with them, but sometimes you have some nasty in-laws and relatives of your partner, your husband or your wife. So that's another factor. And the only reason why I thought of this is because a lady who used to do my hair, she said she doesn't get along with her in-laws, but she said that they're civil. Like, basically, if she goes to like an event, like a family reunion, she brings a friend with her, so she wouldn't be alone. Regarding the other topic that the guy brought up about, well, I can't really answer that because I'm a female, but basically, Ricky, what he was saying, in case you didn't know, was you're in the driver's seat, okay? You have your wife and you have your mom. Who's going to sit next to you? I don't know if you heard about that type of question before.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That was a video or something a while back. I think that hit the internet pretty hard. Yeah, my wife's sitting next to me, bro. Mom, get in the back seat. If you don't want to sit in the back seat with my wife, where your man at? He need to come pick you up. I'll forsake my wife before all others. And no, I don't have to get along with her in-laws. I don't fuck her in-laws. I don't fuck her brothers and sisters. I don't do that.
That's true too.
But what a sister look like though? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I know you my man. You know what it is, man. But no, bro. You. That's what I always tell my kids. I'd be like, when you date, you choosing. That's what you're doing. You choosing. Make your choice, right? If you plan to build a life with this person, bro, nobody else can come in between that. You can't allow it. You can't allow it. It's not fair to either one of y'all. It's not fair to it wouldn't be fair to your mate, and it wouldn't be fair to you, right? I mean, the big problem with a lot of relationships now is there's too much outside interference that's inputting on your relationship. It don't matter what your relationship look like to the world. It only matter what it look like to y'all. Okay, nobody tell me nothing about my wife, bro. She the one I wake up to make a way for. She the one I put my energy into. Right? They live their own lives. Like I said, they live in their own lives. They ain't here taking care of me when they ain't taking care of me when I'm sick. They ain't taking care of her when she's sick. They ain't there in the down times. They ain't there in, when shit going bad and don't nobody else know about it. You know what I'm saying? The market shit only you and your wife know about.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But people don't hold like I said, people don't hold their relationships in regard. Everybody think that person that's with you is replaceable. You get a real one in your life, and because you got a lot of clicks on Instagram or you got orbiters and shit, or you think you got a second and third option, you would do that person dirty, bro. No, take care of that person. Take care of them. Who else gonna wipe your ass when you get old, bro?
Sometimes it don't have to be old. Something can happen to you tomorrow.
I'm saying, bro.
Tomorrow, your whole life could change in a blink of an eye.
Oh man, you chose that person for a lifetime, bro. You chose that person for a lifetime. Good times are bad, good or indifferent, bro. Fuck them in-laws, man. Fuck them kids, bro.
Well, damn, Ricky, tell us how you really feel.
I'm just
the kid.
He done dropped the F-bomb and all.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, them kids gonna get 18 to be out this house. It's gonna be
Man,
back to me and you, boo.
That's what I'm saying, Marky. They gonna go and live their own lives, man. They gonna go and live their own lives, and them calling you and coming to see you, those days get further apart, right? But all the time, people living their life for somebody else. No, do your duty as a parent, and then begin to live your life, man. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you.
We needed to hear that. Yeah, man. God knows we needed to hear that one. Shoot, I don't want to go too far beyond the pill, man. Y'all want to add anything to that?
What can you add? He was spitting a bunch of facts.
Hey, did you hear that Sugar Hill interview on New Media Today, USA Boxing, Ricky?
I don't listen to Sugar Hill, man. I don't listen to Sugar Hill, man.
I asked a good question, man, and I found out no, they didn't inspect the gloves after the fight. People always said the commission do this, and he talked, and I shout out to Coach Malachi because he didn't let it go, and he was like, so they didn't inspect the gloves after the fight. He said, to be fair, we didn't inspect Wilder's after the fight neither.
That wasn't a question, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got to watch that part because Coach was like, see, because I'm gonna tell you what the Alphabet Boys gonna say. They gonna say, and I was like, oh shit, I did. So because people's like, Mark cut the shit. I thought I asked a good question because I don't think he's ever been asked that up to now, because I was like, and if so, why hasn't INSAC stepped forward and say, look, we got to put this to bed because we inspected those gloves after the fight?
Because
and what he said was, if you look close tonight, that fight, Wilder left the ring with his gloves on after the fight. Nobody inspected. You know, he just left. He left with him.
Why the misdirect? You see what I'm saying? Why the misdirect, Sugar Hill?
I'm just saying. I'm gonna talk to Coach. I'm gonna see if he'll allow me to use some of the clips. I want to break down that little part right there and see what people think about it.
Why is it always something with Fury, Mark? It's always something, man. It's always something. Like, I just want this shit to be over with. I think I want both fighters to move on, man. But it's always something with this dude, and they keep giving him a pass, man. But it's whatever. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. Wilder basically had to stop him cold for him not to win, bro. He had to stop him cold because as long as Fury got up, he was gonna get a long count or whatever else they was gonna give him. That's just the truth, man. That's just the truth of the matter. And I really don't care what anyone else think about it, bro.
Fair enough. Ricky Williams, tell us how they can reach you and find you, my G.
Hey, man, y'all know what it is. Y'all can find me out here on YouTube. Just do a search for Ricky Williams Boxing. You'll see a RW and Nipsey Blue a circle logo. That's how you know I'm there. If you want to follow me over on Instagram, that's at ARE_DUBBZ, so R_Dubs. And I'm over on Twitter at RDubs1. So spelled the same, just with one. Okay.
Absolutely. Queen P. And shout out to Ricky for helping me share these links. And I'll continue to do the same for you, my brother. We stronger together. Queen P, girl behind the mic. Y'all got anything y'all want to plug? We got your link out there for your book, my sister, girl behind the mic. So definitely want people to cop that book. Tell us what that book is about, actually, if you can.
Lordy. So the book, I wrote it in like 2018. It's The Agenda. Wake Up Black America, Now Is Your Time. And it was a book focused on looking at ourselves first before we even looking at other communities in terms of just not just help, but just, so oftentimes it's always sometimes the rhetoric is, well, nobody's helping us, or this and that, and so forth. So it's an encouragement to look inside ourselves first, to be our own help, to be our own people, and to be strong among ourselves, before we can think of trying to point a finger, at who owes us, how they owe us, when they owe us. And it's a book that doesn't neglect the fact that, Black people have gone through a lot globally. We understand all those objectives. But as we are growing forward and generations are dying off, how do we want to handle ourselves as a people?
Sounds like a hell of a book. How many pages in it? What's your page count?
Shoot, it's a short read. It's like probably 100 and I think 13 or so,
Okay.
or it might be the
It's
other
an
book.
easy read. It's an easy read.
Yes, I made it easy reads on purpose. And then there's another one, Black and Misunderstood Race. So it just talks about, of course, it talks about the experiences of the Black skin in a Western culture versus in other cultures or settings in other countries by experience, and how the Western culture really focuses its energy on the race and racism and so forth and all that other stuff.
Absolutely. Queen P, you got anything for me? And girl behind the mic, how do you find your channel, by the way, too?
It's Girl Behind the Mic on YouTube and MIC at the end there. And there's some links there once you go in the About section as well.
Dope.
And thank you, and shout out to Marq Nash. Thanks for the platform opportunity. And my final words is just Dave Chappelle rocks. Okay.
Oh yeah, they want that man out of here, man.
Period.
For nothing.
Dave Chappelle the GOAT at this point, bro, man. Like
Period.
Dave Chappelle, man, the truth man, the truth seeker, bro, the truth teller. He just man.
What you think of them trying to cancel on Rick? I ain't get your take on that. for the comments that he was talking about,
bro.
With the gays.
About they and them and shit.
Yeah, and with the baby, them trying to cancel the baby. I'm trying to remember the exact joke that he used.
I mean,
but it was a couple of them. He had a couple of them that he said, and people wanted him out of here.
So let's peep, right? Why is it that, and he made a great valid point, right? Why is it that the LGBTQ, ABCD, CIA, FBI, whatever you want to call them, right? They made their contingencies and their constituents took care of them more in 2 decades than African Americans or Black or melanated people in 2 centuries. Why is that? Right? Why is it easier for somebody to get canceled for calling, or not even calling, pointing out something or an opinion about them than it is for a cop to get fired for killing a Black man on the street? Maybe, just maybe, just my thoughts is that the people who have the money and power to make those things happen have something in common with the people in the LGBTQ society.
Man, I remember a recent incident regarding that community where there was a Pennsylvania student who wanted a classmate banned for opposing the pronoun policy. Like, he actually went on change.org to get this kid kicked out of school because he didn't call him by his pronoun.
Do y'all understand what's going on? These people are changing science.
Oh, that's what he said. He said gender is a fact. That's what he said.
Yes.
And that's what they had a problem. He said, 'cause all of us here came out of a woman's vagina. Or came through a woman's legs or something like that.
Even them.
Right.
But within the last, I mean, this seed been planted for a while. It's been planted for a while, but it's on the fast track now. Right. And it's all started with the wonderful Mr. President Obama. That's when it really got on the fast track. Maybe these people got something in common with the people who want this agenda pushed. Just an observation.
Hold up.
Just an observation. Just a question I want y'all to think about, right? Right? Right?
Yeah. Very possible.
Somebody want Ricky to comment about the police stump, like that video that you showed. I don't know if Ricky had came in, but somebody in the chat was saying they want his opinion about it.
Oh man, I don't have that video queued up anymore.
Oh, I saw it. I
was about to.
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I want y'all to know, Jules Gaming Lounge turns 37 today, man. Shout out to my guy Jules. As you know, man, he survived police gun violence. I think he was shot anywhere between 9 and 13 times. He survived it and beat them in case, won a millions of dollars settlement because these motherfuckers was in the wrong. He's still dealing with some. Yeah, he's still been dealing with some health problems and still trying to get himself back together, man. But go over there, click that link, tell him happy birthday, and please tell him Marq Nash sent you, so he'll know you guys came from the neighborhood and it's all good. Because I'm gonna go over there as soon as we land this plane. That's why I'm trying to wrap this one up. So the link is in the chat to go over there. But right after this, we're gonna end this one. I'm gonna run the outro.
Subscribe. Yeah, man. Talking about the police stomp, what's the surprise?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. What's the surprise? Oh my God. No, what? I keep look, bro.
I mean, I was shocked more than anything else, but yeah, you're right about what's the surprise.
These are just the ones everybody knows about. These are the ones that just happen to get on tape.
Very true.
Right? We know it. We know it. What's the shock? What's the awe? Oh, it's an internal investigation. Okay, basically y'all saying he gonna get off. Right? Whenever y'all hear internal, how a crook gonna judge another crook?
Right on, motherfucker.
What is this? Right? What would be right if somebody in that man's family or him caught that man outside his car one night?
And somebody even wrote that in the chat too to say that this is probably not the first time he did it, but this is the first time it was caught on camera. And you know what? They probably aren't lying.
Why would it be? Why would it be? Right? These people, you see what they do to us. That's the only thing they respect. How do they get respect? Try to get respect from you. They beat you, they mace you, they handcuff you. But we want to kumbaya and then ask the same people who set the policies that allow these people to do what they do to you and then get off with a slap on the wrist. Y'all expect them to fix it. Okay. I got something got to fix it. Got two numbers. It's a 4 and an O. It's a 4 and an O. You meet like action with kind. You don't turn a cheek when somebody slap you so they can slap you on the other one. If that was a black man coming and he pushed you the wrong way, he looked at you funny, you would be ready to test him.
Absolutely.
I treat all men the same way, God. I issue you respect to the utmost until you give me a reason to disrespect you. And after that, it's whatever. That man a cop, it's his job. The same way I'm an IT tech and I run a tech business, right? The same way Mark is a producer. That's your job. That don't give you no power over nobody. But these people think they rule you. They think they can treat you like a dog in the street. But even a dog in the street will bite his ass back if he kept fucking with it. But y'all keep saying, don't bite back. Let's march. Let's kumbaya. Let's cancel the police. They gonna cancel an institution that's been here since we've been here since slavery. The very thing that they got to protect them from you think they gonna cancel it? Yeah, cancel you first. You got to be willing to fight, bro. Y'all don't understand. There's going to come a time where you're going to have to pick a side, bro. Stop bullshitting this time away, not getting ready. Go buy you some weapons, take you some tactical classes, learn to shoot, learn to defend yourself. And that's not me wishing anything to happen. I wish this world could be what we all wish it to be. But I'm telling you, it's better to have it and not use it, right? Than to need it and not have it. Fuck the police, bro. Fuck them. You can't be a good person, part of a corrupt system. It's gonna get you too. If you ain't an actor, then you a person standing by watching the actions of evil men, and that's worse than being an evil person, because you complacent to it.
Mark, what's up with your face?
My what?
Your face, like you see how he just looking pondering, like
no, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Like you see his face,
he's deep.
Yeah, he was deep. Like it was Ricky talking. I'm like, are you gonna give Ricky a rebuttal or something?
No, I'm a fan of the show. What rebuttal? What? That man ain't lying to me. Shit.
I'm about to say, are you really gonna give this man a rebuttal? I don't think you can really give
nothing.
one. Hell,
What,
everybody in the chat are agreeing with him.
My face look like I disagree.
No, it just looks like you deep in thought, like you pondering, like you really deep in thought here.
I am. I'm listening. Look, you got your camera off and you judging me by my face. That's not fair.
Because I didn't know if you were
That's
gonna
not
say
fair.
nothing.
Let's play fair.
I'm like, Ricky,
Let's play fair. You could have put that in the private chat, Queen P. You trying to embarrass me.
No.
You trying to embarrass me.
Fix
You
your
got
face,
people
though.
in the, you got people in the chat agreeing with Ricky, so ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna give him a rebuttal because
So what?
he has a point.
So what made you think I want a rebuttal?
I'm looking at your
Brad, the
pensive
face.
face. You look pensive in the face.
How about this?
His
Here we go.
eyebrows.
Here we go.
I'm just,
You happy
just
now?
kidding. Just
You happy
kidding.
now?
You ain't had to do all
Come
that,
back.
but okay,
Nah,
fine.
here we go.
We done made him run away. I'm sorry, Mark. I
Here
didn't
we
mean
go.
for you to
Royalty,
run away.
what's up, man?
Oh my
I'm trying.
God.
What's up, Royalty? Look, man.
Okay, Ricky, you were not gonna get a rebuttal at all.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. So shit, I ain't been trying to do too many rebuttals with nobody. It's viewer's choice. Letting people talk, voice their opinions. We taking questions we were taking questions from the chats and phone calls, but the show is over. And as always, my guests will get the last word. I appreciate everybody's time and energy. I got to get something to eat. And we got to go over there to Jules. Drinks require sleep, goals require effort. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
This that squad sound.